Hello and welcome to yet another D&D show on the internet. We're a group of friends who've decided to record our D&D sessions for fun, and maybe to get a few of you drawn into the fantasy landscape that is Dungeons and Dragons. Background effects provided by Sword Coast Soundscapes, so please check them out on YouTube. Now, let's begin. On that subject, who would like to give us a recap of what happened a couple weeks ago?
We had a ghost problem.
We did. Who wants to take the reins? I haven't done it in a while. I'm feeling it. All right.
That was my summary. We had a ghost problem. It wasn't much of a problem.
So the DM found Riff's one weakness, which is children. So Riff uncharacteristically bent a knee to these children to try to emotionally stabilize their situation. We're not gonna talk about the PCA on that. Anyway, we found out the party kind of split up. I'm pretty sure Shiv went off to go kind of do some exploring in terms of or was it Mazakine went off to do some exploring in terms of documentation of the city. Yeah, that happened. And then we found out that it rained fire from a dragon raid on this village. We found the home of the former living children's house with the ghosts. We kind of tried to play a makeshift hide and seek with them, see if we could find some remains, hey, where would you go if you were gonna, if you were hiding? And, we did I don't know how I remember this, but the wash tub in the basement, we had the rafters upstairs. And I can't remember where the youngest kiddo was hiding at, but
his under his bed, yeah.
Yeah, his
under a bed.
And it turns out we didn't see any remains there. I mean, of course, this was 80 years ago, but we do have evidence we found a grave dating back to the 80 years date of the raid. So we obviously couldn't find any remains, but then the kids kind of told us that when the fire came, they went outside to get a better view while they were waiting for their parents. The three kids' names were, the oldest was Philip, I call him Phil, 6 is Aggie, and Timmy was 4, Timothy. We have a couple of other NPCs that we met. Guan Yu actually met a former guard member who came in for a bite to eat and some shelter and then bounced. And that kind of seems to be where we left off in terms of, putting to rest this puzzle of these children that obviously haven't found peace yet.
And then I cried after the session because it was so sad.
And these kids, they don't feel it. They're dead.
Can you guys see me on my camera?
I can't see
No.
you. I saw you for a few seconds and then it blipped out.
Yeah,
We're the ones missing out.
On trying to keep your camera running.
Oh no! What did it?
It gave up, my monitor.
My will to
Phone
live.
gave up yesterday.
But I think that was pretty much it. We didn't really do any combat or anything.
No.
Almost fed one of those kids to Umbra, but I guess she can't really eat. Well, she could. She could technically kill one. She's got magic.
Didn't they do something splash water on Enoch or something?
Yeah.
He was asleep?
Timothy had dropped some snow onto on Enoch while he slept, and then Enoch was like, "What the fuck? Why am I wet?" And then just kind of passed back out. But then a ghost knocked on his door, and that was the town guard.
We know why he's wet.
But
that's
yeah,
pretty much all I got.
I don't need my camera working.
It is now. We can
It's
see
now
you
working,
drive.
yeah.
I think I was probably.
In a bad
This is-
connection.
I'm closing the park up.
so you guys had all reconvened back at the little campsite that Enoch had set up inside of one of the houses that was a little less destroyed than the others. So this one stood the test of time a little better. Not to say it's in the greatest of shape, but it's better than most of the surrounding places. And you guys it's pretty much midnight at this point. You guys have been off doing your own reconnaissance. I know Mazakine and Petunia had a run-in with a lady. I forget what
Connie?
Yes, Connie.
Rosette.
Yep, Connie.
Connie Wozniak.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you guys had given her a ration, and then she took off after a little bit, and now you and Petunia are pretty much the last to walk in. These kids are all bundled up.
Is this gonna be as depressing as last time?
No.
You promise?
Yeah. The kids are all bundled up in the corner while you guys are all just kind of like, I don't know if you're making hot drinks or whatever, and you can hear the howling of the cold winter wind beating against the tarp that you're sitting there, and it's drafty, but you got a fire going.
You see my babies? Hi.
I mean, Enoch is like, he was up all day working, and people keep waking him up like every other hour, so he's just trying to stay asleep.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything in particular, or y'all just want to call it a night?
I'm gonna make some hot Kool-Aid.
Hot Kool-Aid?
Sounds
Hot
oddly good.
So let's see. We still need to try to figure out if we can release their bodies. Or not their bodies, their souls or whatever.
I'm starting to feel like, I think maybe Enoch said it last week. I think we need to kill the dragon that caused the souls to be at unrest.
Agreed.
To give them.
Can I do a religion check to see if maybe I can come up with like an idea on how to take care of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we? Can I ask? I don't know how.
Is the paladin though?
You can give me one if you want.
Nah,
Okay, what'd you say, Aaron?
I don't know. I don't know how old Umbra technically is. Like, can she? If she's like, because dragons age differently. Obviously, they can be thousands, whatever years old.
So your dragon is like a magical manifestation, so she's not that old yet. I mean, that's not to say she's not real, but
right.
she's summoned
So she wouldn't
magically.
know. She wouldn't know any lore in terms of this location and territory.
If you
or
want, you
anything.
can have her give a history check to see if she can remember anything. And Joe, what was Shiv's religion check?
18.
18. Yeah, with that, you're not very familiar with this place. This was long before your time, though you have lived in the Moonshae Isles your whole life. But recalling what they were telling you, you know that they almost seemed desperate for food and a place to rest, and you think that might have something to do with their mannerisms.
I got her sheet right here.
Yeah, go ahead and make her a history check.
I'm just checking to make sure I don't have anything missing. Just a history check, so it'd be just.
Whatever her, what is it, wisdom? Whatever her wisdom modifier is.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think she's not proficient with history, so.
No, I don't think she's really got any proficiency. She just gets my proficiency bonus on anything that would require proficiency.
Okay.
All right, so.
In the meantime, Harbinger, you whip up some pretty good hot Kool-Aid.
Sweet.
That's a 13 plus 2 for a 15.
15.
Yeah.
Really, all she can know is that, like, obviously it's fire, and she's obviously a red dragon, so she would know that, and she knows there are gold dragons that breathe fire as well as, what is it?
Okay.
It's not copper, it's brass, right? That also breathe fire.
Bronze,
That's
dragon?
it. Bronze. So those
They're
are the
good though,
possible
right?
dragons. They are good, but who's
They
to
are
say
good.
it's not out of the realm of possibilities? But odds are it's probably red dragon with something as evil as this.
Gotcha. Yeah, you burn children. I mean, unless you're Croesus, you're a saint. But if you kill children and you're a dragon, generally you're an evil dragon.
Yeah. And to clarify, babe, for Mazakine, because I know you're a little newer, chromatic dragons, you know, like just color dragons, like red, black, white, green, those are typically... They're typically evil, whereas metallic dragons, gold, silver, bronze, they're typically good.
You forgot the best type.
Blue?
Forgot the best. No, Shadow, because they're not.
Shadow's
they're
kind
not
of an
chromatic
outlier.
or-
That's
Yeah.
like a subcategory of dragon. It's like a
I
subtype.
love-
It's
I
not
love it.
really appealing to any particular.
You stop it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What about Draco Lich? Sorry.
All
Draco
right.
Liches are just undead dragons.
Yeah, it's just
but
an undead.
probably evil.
Probably.
So yeah,
Chromantis was fine.
so that's the information
Okay.
that she's able to give you. And she kind of just curls up and sleeps, like, pretty much in the fire.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, we have a campfire, don't we?
As
So
she
she's
snores,
just, like,
she's
in it.
stoking the fires a little bit, so it's kind of like this
That's
rhythmic
hilarious.
pulsing of flames very slowly.
That's cozy as fuck.
Sleep beside her.
Okay.
As close to the fire as she can.
I mean, you're a tiefling, so you have resistance to fire damage. You can sleep pretty much adjacent to the fire and be fine, but if you roll in the fire, you'll take minuscule damage.
What if I think I have resistance to it too with Ember stuff. Yeah, magic draconic resistance. I have resistance to damage type of my dragon. So I don't take care of it. Okay. Alright. This thing came in handy. I got my extra feats from leveling up with her, and then I got her character.
That is nice.
This is me. It is
Is it
nice.
all in the laminated
I guess that's it. I'll quietly think to myself. I'm gonna be like, if Dragonfire can trap these kids here, can Dragonfire let them leave?
Could be. Mm. But so you guys want to get a rest in while you think it over?
Yeah, I do.
Like
A hammer busted a hole in this wall. I wonder if I can fix this wall with a bigger hammer.
Hey, you never know. It's magic.
Okay, so y'all can get a long rest in for anything you might have to replenish.
Okay. Just so you know, Tyler, too, if you make a big enough hole, you don't have a wall anymore with a hole in it.
That's true.
That's
Joe-
called a
Joe knows.
doorway or a window.
Anyway, sorry.
That was a view.
For Lorshan to keep watch, why don't you have Lorshan give me a perception check, Enoch?
Alright.
Lorshan's his, like, silver wing that he renamed. No, he reconstructed it, I think, when you guys were in Bounty.
Yeah, I got the bounty and I put it back together.
Yeah, you weren't here that session, that's right. He
Low
gathered
shot
up the
and then
parts.
put it all back together.
Nice roll.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 22 boss.
Alright,
Nice roll.
in the middle of the night, not that it already isn't the middle of the night, but basically, like, right before sunrise, the, all of a sudden, Lorshan is poking you in the face, Enoch.
You know, begrudgingly get up and stretch. I mean, at this point, he would have had 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
It's probably like, if it's like getting closer to winter, it's probably like 7 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, you'd have definitely still been able to get a long rest, especially because you had done some resting beforehand, too.
It's still dark out, or like at least like somewhat dark, right?
Yeah, in fact, it's still
No.
really dark because it's snowing pretty heavily right now where you're at.
It was
Yeah,
snowing here today. Sorry.
He goes and lights his lantern and is gonna kind of get up and be like,
Before he
"Alright,
even lights his
let's-
lantern, he sees glowing in the corner where the kids were laying.
Those were ghosts already. Enoch's not gonna worry about the ghosts he knows about. He's worried about the ghosts he doesn't know about. He'll quickly look around, see if there's any more glowing in the room.
You see two other separate figures glowing. One of them is the soldier guard that you had offered respite to, and the other one is a female.
I don't know
Is it Connie?
who.
It is Connie. But yeah, Enoch wouldn't know Connie.
Sorry.
Enoch's gonna just kind of like, he's gonna act like he's not seeing them, and then he's gonna light the lantern, and then he'll be like, alright boy, let's go down and let you get that tinkle in, eh? And he's gonna lead Lorshan out like he's a dog needing to go pee.
Okay.
And then when he gets outside, he's gonna look around and kind of like shine the lantern around. Is there anything out here that I should be aware of?
Give me a perception check.
Seven.
7? You don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's kind of snowy outside, so your vision range is
Yeah.
kind of impacted that way.
Yeah, alright, he goes back inside. Are the glowing people still in here?
They are not.
Uh-oh.
And you hear a voice inside your head,
Mhm.
and it's Philip's voice, the oldest boy, and he says, "Thanks to the kindness of you strangers, we see everything clearly now. It was a red dragon that descended upon this city 80 years ago by the name of Skadorok.
How do you spell
Dorok.
that?
I'll type it in chat.
Oh, is this like a dragon you guys know?
I think it's that.
Never would have got that.
Kedorlok?
Well, we go.
It was in the midst of a great turf war between two red dragons, and Skadorok was, in his desperation, had destroyed this section of land. And thanks to your kindness, we are able to pass.
Yay!
Enoch's just gonna be like, he's just gonna be standing there taking the arm and be like, wait, do we not need to kill the dragon? And he'll just be like, he'll like think in his head, I'm glad that you're able to move on. I hope the rest of any others who are here will be able to do so as well soon.
Perhaps any of you who are specialized in the passage of souls could help us.
I could stab
Wait.
you with my great
Do
sword.
you know a ritual or some location of significance where we could perform such rituals?
I imagine anywhere in town, but unfortunately the rituals are unbeknownst to us.
What was this town again?
This town is called,
Ogden?
what'd you say, Jake?
Ogden?
Ogden, yep, Ogden. Sorry, I had to refer to my notes.
You're good. Well, we'll try our best, I suppose.
Thank you.
Enjoy eternity.
And may the best of luck to be with you on your
You were
way
gonna
to
say,
Horsa.
"May the force be with you." Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Misa.
And at that point, the voices will start to fade. And everyone who's sleeping, can hear this in their thoughts inside of their dreams as they sleep. And it seems very realistic. Like when you wake up, you're like, "Was that real?" Sort of deal. But now, as the sun rises, you guys are all starting to wake up.
I have a general question.
Yeah, what's up?
Since, I last saw Connie, did she see
Look, I had the weirdest
Gregory
dream.
again?
She did not.
Aww.
In your dream, she would have explained that Gregory was out on a fishing trip when the town was destroyed, and when he came back, there was nothing to come back to aside from ruins.
I mean, technically, they'd be old as fuck, but if their parents were out, and they were like, say, 18, 19 when they had these kids.
No, they were in town still when it happened.
Oh, they were.
Like the whole
Oh,
town
okay.
was just washing flames.
Didn't they go to like get groceries or something?
The mother was getting goods in the market, and the
Yeah.
father was working out in the field.
Okay. That makes me remember.
Yep.
Okay.
I was getting my wires crossed.
He must have been a pretty good farmer if he was outstanding in his field.
Yep.
Shut your
Yep.
mouth.
But yeah, sure. You guys all wake up, and you notice that these ghost children are missing, but something about their non-existence now is putting you at ease.
Is it still
Their
glowing?
absence, yeah. What's that?
Is it still glowing?
No, there's no going. There's no trace of them.
I like non-existence better.
I'd be a ghost for a while.
So now you guys are all awake. It's still snowing pretty hard. It's pretty windy. The temperature, let me get my
And we still have.
little
We all
doohickey
slept
up.
in our warm clothes and changed last time, right?
Yeah, the temperature is now 17 degrees, and
It's
it's
gonna be that heat on Thursday.
cloudy, and while it's snowing, there are small spurts of hail.
Ow, ow, ow.
Enoch will start getting dressed in his winter clothes.
Okay.
And he's gonna, standard morning routine, get the coffee, the breakfast going. We'll figure this out after we're waking up.
Morning calisthenics.
Do his
Just stretching.
stretching. Yeah.
Alien
can-
stretches, alien yoga.
You have like a American Psycho-esque routine where you have to do like everything a certain way every morning.
Yeah. Start prepping his spells. He's figuring, alright, sounds like we're in for either a lot of ghost issues or killing a dragon today, so let's get the combat ones.
Anything you guys want to be doing in the morning?
Do we have any coffee? I think
Well,
Joe's
I don't
going-
have to prep a spell sheet.
Yeah, Shiv has a bag full of coffee.
Does Shiv want
Yeah,
to share?
Shiv has a bag full of coffee.
Well, I have a bag full of demon weed, and we could make a tiny bit of a
It
trade.
had a worm in it.
If it had a worm in it.
It's kept me.
So that
I got
sounds
it came
delicious.
clean. Like he just completely caved and came clean. It did. Have
But we had it was a worm that turned out to be a great coffee mix.
One could say he lived as he was born into his coming.
He was really born into his profession.
That's it. Yeah. Aaron got me. I got tongue tied.
Okay.
My word of
Coffee.
choice was coming. So you talk about
isn't it
coffee, it's what
always?
happens.
Giggity.
So that's always my word.
But I will share some coffee.
Okay.
Oh God.
Mazakine would like
No
to
need to
wanna
trade.
sit by the fire. Thank you.
Are you making enough for everyone, or just for Mazakine and yourself?
Well, who else wants coffee?
I do, but I'm gonna make real coffee too.
I would say in your bag, you would have enough for like 18 cups of coffee to make.
Good thing I got a hankering for at least 14.
I was about to say you have enough for Mitch in the morning.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is a coffee boy.
I am.
Whoever wants some coffee, can have some coffee.
Mazakine would like to thank Shiv for the coffee and go sit by the fire again. Is Umber still there?
Yeah, she's awake, but she's just kind of hanging out in the fire. There's really nothing left to burn. She's the only thing burning, but
Can
she
I
likes
give
the
her
heat.
a little pat? Is she okay with that?
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw. At advantage, because you are resistant to fire.
Constitution
Yep.
saving throw?
Yep.
Remember yesterday when that was like plus 10? It's 18 plus 3.
Okay, yeah, it stings, but, I mean, you're a tiefling. You don't take any kind of damage or anything, so.
How does she react? Is she cool with it?
She basically, like, she kind of, like, retracts her neck into her shoulders and purrs.
Aww, I love her. I don't have any
Okay,
snacks
so-
for her.
What's the plan? Do we want to do this ritual the ghosts were alluding to, Harbinger? That's all you? Or are we gonna go hunt down a dragon? Are we gonna do both?
I think
Are we
we
just
should
gonna
start
ignore
with the
both
ritual.
and leave?
I'd like to see if I can do anything about the ritual. I'm a little wishy-washy on that. I'm not 100% sure how to do that, but I can figure it out.
Can you call to your Raven Queen lady and see if she can offer you some guidance?
What was my plan, good sir?
Hooray!
And I would like to go into a
Meditation.
moment. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the word.
It's alright, y'all got my back with words, obviously.
Moment. I was getting the meditation, but like a moment was not the word I wanted. I
Yeah,
guess a meditation session.
okay, so yeah, you kind of set up some... Do you have, like, candles or anything to help you out, or... Well, you don't have your character sheet, I can pull it up.
I don't think so. It might be good that it's some.
I mean,
nice
did
You don't necessarily need candles, I was just thinking
Did
for
Phil
flavor.
leave the tangible candle of the deep behind, or no?
Yeah, no, it's sitting there on the ground.
It's still burning.
Does somebody have a candle of the deep?
Yeah, I will go pick it up where Phil
that
left it
candle.
and hand it to him.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Harbinger, you can take it.
I'll
And...
just kind of
What's that?
hold on to my rod. Hold on to the rod because it seems to be like a conduit.
Okay.
Enoch will also help out by casting guidance on Harbinger.
Sure.
Then I'm going to start chanting these magical words that have been passed down to me. Yumo guai guai fi di sao.
You mo guai guai fighty. So he says as if he's an old Asian man. But momentarily he says, Jackie! One more thing. No, I'm just kidding.
And Dad.
Yeah, so you start to, you sit down on the ground and your hands are on your lap and you just kind of take a big, deep breath in. And then suddenly you're in a chamber in a cavern.
Ooh.
And you're on your own, but you see the Raven Queen still in this large bird cage style jail cell on a pillar on the top of a large pillar with her cage on the top. And you see there's 6 cages around it. One has been broken already. And there are 5 more that are unbroken. And she will, she's got like this porcelain like mask looking face with like, it looks like tear stains of black paint that have dripped down. And she'll say, my child, it is good to see you again. These souls I have seen pass, no doubt were no doubt due to your helping.
I'll take a knee and like kind of bow to her. And be like, I only act within your will and with your guidance.
Of course. And what is it you seek from me?
Some of the souls that have passed told me that there are others here still in torment. I seek to free them as well and let them carry on to their destinies after the fight.
Yes, I see. These 5 souls passed through were very grateful to you and your company. Perhaps I can assist you. Go ahead.
I would be in your debt.
Nonsense, my child, for it is a favor you do for me. And she'll kind of reach a long arm out of between the jail cells and just kind of touch you in the forehead, and you gain the knowledge that she's passing on to you. For 24 hours, you can see into the the astral plane that the ghosts are in?
Ethereal plane.
Ethereal, yep. You can see into the ethereal plane, and you also know how to perform a ritual to send these souls on.
Sweet.
And as she does so, you kind of like, you can't help it, but your eyes close sort of slowly, and the next time you open them, you're still performing the ritual. And at this point, the candle of the deep goes out.
Sorry.
And not by water. By non-magical means, it can't be put out.
So at this point also, Enoch has like grabbed a crate and has like set up a makeshift desk in front of Harbinger. And he's got like a stack of papers on there. All of Enoch's experience dealing with religion also involves dealing with the Ozov Guild, so he's just fully expecting a fuck ton of paperwork to get any of this religious shit done.
Right. Yeah, you open your eyes and you're just face to face with Enoch, who's kind of like staring you down with a pen in hand.
I'm gonna be like, it's always you.
Anyway, let's just go back, because I'm the only one who understands contracts here. What are we signing?
Well, I don't know. Mazakine would probably know something about contracts. So your knowledge, Harbinger, you know that since these children and the other ghosts that were here that night before, you had supplied food to them and shelter, and that seems to be the thing that helped them move on. And it seems like if you were to be able to throw a feast together for the town, you might be able to have them all pass on in one go.
And your feast!
Oh man, I'm gonna have to cook my golden aileron salmon.
But wait, we're going to have to corral all of the ghosts and get a feast in the middle of a blizzard?
I mean, I can find
You can
them.
invite them into the town, right?
What's that?
nice.
the Raven Queen told Harbinger that in order to make them all go to the the great beyond, that they should throw a feast for all of the villagers.
That's what I was gonna recommend earlier. I forgot to say it out loud. Cool.
Alright, I guess we could use the tower. I feel like if they have a type of reception hall or a ward's manor that might have a ballroom, that might be the best place to look.
I thought everything was in shambles.
Or temple, well, temple ruins, whatever. Like, a nice big area we could set up as, like, a feast hall slash, I don't know, maybe we'll throw a party for them, too. Why not get fancier? Let's let them have a bit of dance and merriment.
We don't have that much money.
I think I can help you out, a voice says from behind you. And as you look around, you see a little gnome standing there.
Does he have a
Enoch
hat?
is not going to act shocked. He's just going to look at this gnome and be like, I'm going to bring in a little kid. That's one of the ghosts. It's daytime. He's like gonna poke the gnome.
Your hand goes right through his nose. He is indeed a ghost.
Okay. Yeah, I was just like, okay, that makes way more sense.
I need you to make me a... Let me check.
Constitution saving
I
throw?
think it is... let me double check their stat block.
Ranger's going to say gnomes make the best ghosts.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma? Oh, I have advantage on those.
Did that sound
Glad
right? I feel like
I'm
that
glad I
sounded
get advantage on those. Never mind. 9.
Suddenly the gnome starts to just fade, and you are now possessed by this ghost.
Ooh, that's hot.
You are aware of everything, but you feel like you're not in control.
You're in the passenger seat, my boy.
Suddenly, Enoch stands up and does a little jig and up on the desk and says, "Oh, I've never been so tall in my life!"
I'm gonna look at, I don't even know. I'll look at Shiv, the other elf, and I'll be like, I kind of like this one better.
Then he's like, "Why does my back hurt so much?"
It's these enormous melons.
Oh, God.
Come,
Is
follow
Enoch a
me!
girl?
I will show you the way to a wonderful place for a party.
He was talking about his head. It's melon.
And he'll step outside and just start walking off into the town.
I'm gonna follow him.
You want to follow him?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mazakeen follows. Petunia will kind of look around and start following you.
Hey, let's go, friends.
I'm glad I put my winter clothes on ahead of time.
Yeah. And Enoch, you're like really cold right now. Thankfully, you did put your winter clothes on. Is everyone gonna follow?
Yeah, I slept in my
Yep.
winter clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what I'm doing.
You're still kind of sitting on the floor. You stood up, and you just kind of watched as Enoch did this little jig on the table.
Can I kind of put, can I do like a... Can I make a pretty good inference that he was possessed, or do I just think that a ghost disappeared and now...
Since you can see into the ethereal plane, you could kind of see there's a gnome standing like in the same area as him, making the same movements. So you're pretty much aware of what happened. You're like, oh, the ghost is controlling him.
Yes, classic. How fun this must be for you.
And Enoch, you're acting as joyfully as you never have before because you are
absolutely,
mostly an
yeah.
emotionless being.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
you
From
feel like
completely new freedom.
you kind of feel like you want to throw up.
I mean, I don't think I find this unpleasant. This is just a different experience.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
what
say, Enoch, I think you're taking notes.
you want to say? What?
This is, I'll tell Enoch that he should be keeping mental notes.
Yeah. Mental notes, right?
Quite the experience.
And Enoch, you also can see into the ethereal plane as well for the time being. At this point, Umbra is kind of going nuts, sniffing at you because you smell like a gnome. And Lorshan and the Eclipse are very curious as well and just kind of following you. As you're kind of walking through the town with like the little swag to your steps, you know, you got the little hip wiggles. And you eventually walk through the center of town into this, basically what you were talking about, a big like ceremony hall. It looks like a temple of some kind. And you step inside, and to you, what you see is this wondrous ball of like all these tables set up and chairs, and there are people standing there just kind of like having they have like empty plates and stuff, but to everyone else it just looks like an old decrepit church. There's windows missing, and there's Harbinger also sees the wonder merriment, but to everyone else it looks like just like an abandoned church for 80 years.
I'm gonna turn to Enoch, put my hand out, and be like, so I'll say, it's nice to meet you, what's your name? Go for a handshake. Okay, and he'll do like a little spin, and then grab your hand, and he'll say, I'm Gordon!
I am getting massive, Jarlaxle vibes off this guy.
He is a very flamboyant gnome.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting Jarlaxle vibes. Not evil, but like just like you said, like the flamboyantness.
And Enoch, he bends in a way when he does a spin that feels like your spine is gonna frickin' snap. But it doesn't, and he'll grab your hand and he'll do a little kneel and give you a little kiss on the feathered hand.
Yeah.
I'll pat him on the head and be like, so, what can you tell me about yourself? How do you find your health in
He
this,
always does that. Even when it's
between states, I guess
Say
best
what?
I can describe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking him how he finds himself suspended between the afterlife, life and the afterlife, and like he can tell me a little bit about himself.
Oh,
Or
well,
what he knows.
well, you see, I am a wandering minstrel, and 80 years ago I wound up in this town, and sounded like they had a really good party here, because the next thing I knew, after all the fireworks were done and over with, I was in this wretched state. And he kind of like cracks his big Enoch neck, and he's like, this guy is sore. He didn't sleep well last night, did he?
I don't know. I slept fine. I don't know.
At least he got good sleep. Or at least he got sleep, I guess you should say.
And he'll kind of stand up and say, what have you, small plague doctor man? What is your name?
My name is Harper. I feel like he'd be able to see, I don't know, would he be able to see past that because he's in the ethereal realm? Like, would he be able to see past my facade and just see me for what I really am? Is that not
Not really, because it's part of your person, it's more of an equipment than an object.
okay.
It'd be kind of weird if the ghosts were walking around seeing everyone naked.
Well, not naked, but more like how your
Oh,
spirit,
to be a ghost.
how your spirit would appear.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So what you see is the humanoids that aren't human, they're more ghosts. They look like they're wearing clothes, they're all dressed up, but they have like a faint white highlight to them, and obviously they're ghosts. And obviously Enoch would see this too.
Whoa.
Why are we breaking forward? Green lights. People down. I'm gonna say. So my name is Harbinger. I'm a servant of the Raven Queen. I have been tasked with helping everybody here move from this state of suspension between life and death and find peace.
Ah, well, that explains how I ended up in this body. And the Raven Queen, you say? And he'll pull out a lute, or he'll reach for one and not find one, and say, I thought I had a song for this. But, yes, it seems as though you have been sent here by one of your great deities, and whatever it takes, this would be a great boon to us to get out of this horrible place.
and say I'll do everything that I can. And I'm sorry that you. Someone as talented as yourself, someone seemed so vivacious in life, had it cut short. It seems you lived well on the day.
Ah, yes.
I surely tell the team
You sure what?
your name that I totally didn't forget. Dear, no Gordon. I will
Gordon.
tell the tale.
Ah,
No.
a bard's greatest feat is his name living through the epics. Now,
I was
it seems as though everything is here. You just need to cook the food.
if only we had a way to cook.
Ah, twould be great.
I'm gonna try and communicate with the ghost in his body telepathically if possible.
Okay, what do you want to try and say?
He'll just be like, if you give me back control of my body, I could do the cooking.
What? He's like knocking on his head and he says, was that the big lug talking?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
I don't know if I can hear him. I'm gonna guess that he's hearing things that I don't.
yeah.
Not.
Yeah, yeah, you can pretty much make that assumption. And suddenly, Enoch, you just kind of stand up straight and fall, bam, right on your back. And then there's the ghost of Gordon the gnome standing in front of you. He just sort of appears. You're back in control of your body now.
Grudgingly sit up, look at the ghost, and just be like, we really need to have a chat about consent at some point.
He's like, hey, you're the one that touched me, friend.
Faye, I suppose. And he'll like kind of crack his back and stand up.
You got a big old goose egg on the back of your head.
Yeah. Okay. So, Gordon, what do you say we throw on the greatest party this town's ever seen, eh?
Well, if you want all of the villagers here, you may have to procure a little bit more food. However, I can spread the word very easily.
Spread the word. We'll send the others up for food collection. I'll get things set up here, I suppose.
Understood.
We can all hear that, right?
Yeah. At this point, it's not telepathically, it's verbatim.
Okay. I'm gonna start heading out and looking for food, like, immediately.
Okay. Yeah, you just turn around and start walking outside.
Enoch's gonna take a new look around. So, is Enoch still able to see into the exterior plane, or is that done?
That is done. You are no longer able to see the other real plane.
Enoch's gonna do his best to, just kind of like, he's gonna pull out a piece of paper and just start sketching what it looked like when he was looking through the exterior plane. And he's gonna look around and see just what he needs to do to try and get it to look like that, what we've got, or as close as he can.
Okay.
Even if it's just like setting up, like, he isn't planning on like setting up anything that's gonna last, it just needs to last a night.
Yeah.
So, some makeshift stuff, maybe he wants to figure out a way, like, find something he can put the drift globe in that's gonna make it kind of shine like a disco ball.
Okay. At this point, what the fuck's your name? Rith. You see Umbra sneeze, and as she sneezes, a little puff of flames comes out, and she starts to curl up by this little fire she sets on a pew.
You sneeze like a kitten.
She's a little shivering.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, are you getting sick?
Very cold, very cold. And she's just like, she kind of goes up on her back legs and is like this by the fire.
We took a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to resummon her as a white dragon.
Okay. Suddenly,
so she has resistance against cold.
Suddenly, you hear the Sailor Moon theme as she jumps into the air and does a little front flip, and her scales start to like fly off, and you guys are just standing there like.
Did you say Sailor Moon?
I did say Sailor Moon. She's on a phone call.
Oh my god. I'm listening to her right now because.
A reusable transformation sequence that will save us a ton of money on the animation budget?
My man. Yep. So she does a little front flip, and as all the scales comes off, the red nails start to like shimmer white as the white light goes all around her body, and she lands, and there's like a little twinkle as she's like, ah, much better. Ah, what's that? Gross fire.
God.
She
gonna
spits
let
a
her know
little
I'm gonna
ice at it.
I'm gonna tell her tomorrow morning you're going back to Red until we get out of here.
Ooh, I like this. This is not as cold as I thought. She'll kind of like
It's a utility.
she'll run up on your shoulders as if she was smaller, like she did, and it's just like, oh shit, she's way bigger than I expected.
I'm gonna take a 1d4 damage.
Okay.
Oh god, the d4 got stuck in the tower. Oh,
No,
god.
that was a 4. That was a 4.
Infinite.
Oh, I
Infinite.
shook it out. I took 2. 2 damage.
Infinite damage.
Yeah, you start to.
It legit got stuck. Like, it was like...
You like, as she gets on your shoulder, you kind of trip over your foot from the sudden weight distribution all up top heavy like, and you just kind of fall on your elbow, and you're like, ah, jeez.
That's my bowstring arm.
She looks at you and she's like, need a little ice for that?
Fucking hate her. Fucking hate her.
She got sassy.
Fucking weeb. I don't need her.
So at this point, Shiv, you are outside. You walked away from the temple. What are you looking for?
Food. Like,
Okay.
see if I can maybe hunt an animal or
Sure.
I have one salmon left.
get some. Don't you have an aileron salmon?
I do, but it's worth 200 gold, my man.
It's not
I'm not-
worth the souls of
No.
these children
No.
of
'Cause
the children.
They don't care if the fish is gold. They just want to eat, and I can facilitate that.
I'll give you $200 for that sale. $400 for that sale. $300.
Are you even-
For that.
Are you even allowed to, since you like fiend for this shit like so bad? Like, how much gold do you have? Because I'm about to take it all.
I don't know, Mitch. How much gold do I have?
Looking at your character sheet, let me pull it back up. I should just keep it up. View. View, I said.
Pulling it up now.
Inventory. You have 346 gold, but a total of 1,500 gold.
I'll take a K.
I'll give you.
This
What do
is
you
a
got?
this is a gold aileron salmon blessed by the druid god. All right, this is a one of a kind.
Shiv. So
These
you,
people are all one of a kind.
Shiv, while this is going on back in the temple, you are walking towards the forest. It's a little hard to see with the snow all around you at the moment, but you find like the edge of the forest, and you sort of like walk a ways in, and you pull out. I'm assuming you have a short bow.
I believe so. Action. I do. Plus 1 short bow.
Okay, you pull out your short bow, and you're kind of just taking a scope of the area. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Nat 20 to a 3.
Oof. You don't see anything.
7.
You don't see anything at the moment, but you can either stay put here or move wherever you want to go.
Where is he?
He's
Or
out in
where
the
is she,
woods. She's out in the
Oh.
woods, just adjacent to town.
Should have gone out to help.
No, but
I'm a
you
bad
want to
ra-
stay here. Plot fish.
I'm a bad ranger.
I'm gonna.
At this point, Harbinger and Rith, you guys see Enoch just going to town. He somehow pulls a broom out of nowhere and a hammer. He's just fixing the place up.
Fixing the wall with a bigger hammer.
Yep. That window's got a hole in it. Better not be a window anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just like fucking Call of Duty zombies. You just take a bolt up and just start beating on it till it's in the right position.
What all did I miss about the Sailor Moon?
So, in Call of Duty,
I'm
it's
sorry,
just
my
it's
dad
mind
called.
power.
Also,
They just float up
my
and
family wants a Christmas
nails
list
start.
from me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, everyone.
So, Rith
That's
You
true.
had
use
Umbra out,
tower-
who was fire element, and she was very cold. What happened? Oh, she was very cold, and so he transformed her into a white, or a, yeah, white dragon. So she
Say
did
it
a
again,
little
sorry,
Sailor
buddy.
Moon
You're just a little
transformation.
quiet.
He said a little goblin
I missed
then
it.
steals the money out of your pocket.
I put a picture of Umbra's
I
transformation
missed it.
in
What
the
else
chat.
happened though? Is Enoch still possessed?
No,
Okay.
he's not.
You can't pickpocket me.
No, he said in Call of Duty.
So,
Yeah.
Enoch,
he said
the
that
ghost
he
unpossessed
tells
him
Benitez
so that
to
Enoch
put
could
up
help fix the
money
place
back
up
once
as
he
how he
steals
saw
the
it in the
money.
ethereal realm.
That's true.
And
And
he
the
started
goblin
to fix
puts
it up.
money in
Shiv
your
went
pocket every time
hunting,
you kill a
and
zombie.
and Harbinger's trying to buy a golden
Call of
Aileron
Duty?
salmon from Rith.
You
And
call it
zombies.
doing-
Riff has another one?
Oh,
He
I'm
never
not
used it up yet.
following.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he caught
Anyway,
one fishing
didn't
when
play.
you were gone.
Oh,
It's because
that's a lot. Oh.
it's because Enoch is fixing the
Are we
place
still
up
in the
like in the
church?
video game.
Yeah.
It's just beating on shit and it's getting
And
repaired.
is there a shop nearby? Well, it's all ruins.
Yeah.
Age of
yeah,
Empire
shops.
style.
I was gonna try and get a fishing pole.
So what Enoch's doing is like he's gonna so give me an idea. What does this place look like? It's like a big open temple area, right?
Yeah, so there's like a big center room with
Uh-huh.
pillars. There's about 6 pillars, 3 on each side. There's some broken pews. They've got water damage and all it's waterlogged, kind of running up the center, and a big altar at the front.
What like based on both what I saw in the video play and what I'm seeing now, can I figure out which god this temple is set up for?
Give me a religion check.
Is anything familiar?
Well, thank
Not to you. You can give me a history or
I
a
was hoping
religion.
it was a church of hell.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been cool.
I got a 13.
A 13. You're not entirely sure.
I'm gonna
Wait,
say
even though I saw it the way it was before?
Well, he's not native to this realm. He maybe
Yeah.
has done a little bit of research, but not enough by this point.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't expect much, but am I at least able to remember, get a good grasp of what the holy symbols I would have seen in the exterior plane wall? Not necessarily
Yeah.
who they belong to, but just the general shape so I
I
can
just want to know.
reproduce
Can
them.
I do a religion check?
You can give me a religion check.
Let me see what my religion is. What? It's only +1? I'm a paladin, bitch. It's okay. It's a dirty 20 anyway.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, tell me everything.
You immediately recognize this as a Church of Selune.
Oh, not
no.
this
Who is
bitch.
that?
Everybody here loves salad.
She's the moon.
Yeah, we've dealt with her before.
Is she-
It's a ghoul!
Nope, she's not evil.
No, she's good.
Oh, you do like her.
She helped you guys. I don't know why you're angry at her.
I mean,
She
if
doesn't like dragons. I've had bad things around her.
If Mazakine recognizes the symbol I draw, I'll probably just start asking her for general information about the goddess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
So the symbol is where I just had it. A pair of eyes surrounded by 7 stars.
How do you spell her name?
Uh,
I just wrote
Selune.
That makes more sense.
And
Is it
Mazakine, you would
specific to D&D, or do I look at the Greek
Hello?
it should be. Oh, hi Tyler. It should be like the
No,
first
you,
thing
like-
that pops up.
It sounded like you cut out.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was just your pause, like you paused mid sentence. I was like,
Wait, are they gonna call her the Mother of Night?
What?
She's the Mother of Night. I've decided.
I mean, she's
She's
close.
Mother-
She's one of her titles is the Night White Lady.
I know that. I said.
But
Night
basically,
White Lady.
you basically know that she was a goddess to sailors. She would guide them in the sea with the stars. The goddess of
So she does the Sailor Moon dance.
yeah,
navigation.
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what you know of her. She's a good goddess. One of the main ones in the pantheon.
Okay, I got this up.
Alright,
so-
all that information that Enoch gets just gives him the conclusion of, alright, we're going with a star and moon theme, gotcha. We're doing night sky theme, gotcha. He'll be like, alright, Mazakine, you're my muscle. When I need heavy stuff moved, you're moving it. Latunia, could you, he'll give her, like, a, pair of scissors and some paper. Be like, can you just start cutting out some moons and stars and making decorations?
She'll crack her knuckles and she'll be like, "I got this."
Riff, everybody else.
I'm
We
starting to
need
look
ingredients for the feast. Harbinger, if you could, if you could make that also, maybe useful, maybe we can kind of use that also as like the focal point for whatever ritual we just have to do them feast. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. You can, if you know any spells that are gonna help keep this place looking nice at night, that'd be great.
He doesn't know what you're talking about because it kind of looks pretty good in here already to him.
Okay.
But you can use an action to basically like stop seeing in the other ethereal plane.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say so. I can see what they can see, and it looks fine. We don't have to worry about aesthetics. All we have to do is feed and shelter. As long as they got a place to sleep, eat.
Is there a roof on
And you
this
know what?
place still?
Most people soup. Let's get a sick soup.
Enoch stops and considers what Harbinger is saying. It's just like, man, I kind of wanted to throw a party, but okay. Alright, guys, party's canceled.
No!
Let's just get the feast going.
We're having a
You
party,
walking out
damn
to
it.
go hunting.
Speaking of which, Shiv, you can give me another perception. What's up?
I asked you if there was a roof on
Oh, you did. Sort of. Questionable. There's holes in it, but there's still a roof.
Do we have more tarps, guys? Or a tarp still?
I mean, we could take the tops that we were using for our base, to kind of keeping the horses warm at the moment.
Okay.
I can say that if everybody wants to see what I can see, you can just let a ghost possess you for the duration.
Where's the gnome man?
He's out in the town, pretty much getting the word out to everyone.
That's all enough. You know what? Actually,
Wait, I have a question.
Powdy's back on. Enoch has a plan.
I have
Okay.
a question about the party.
Yeah.
Can't the ghosts see it as it was?
Yeah, they're standing in there. They have empty plates. I think you might have stepped out. They have empty plates. They're all just,
Oh, they're
some of
already
them are
here.
standing. Not all of them, just a handful, maybe half a dozen. Just kind of standing around. Maybe they were priests at one point. That's why they're here, perhaps.
Oh.
Yeah, the powdy is for Enoch. The powdy is not, like, the decorations are for Enoch.
I want
Like
to
a
be
kid's
part of
I've
birthday.
already left.
Yeah.
I've already
It's like-
left.
It's a
I'm
kid's
making a
first
damn
birthday
party.
party.
Um,
Parents.
Fritz is already there.
So Shiv, before we get any further, if you want to keep looking for something to hunt, you can give me another perception check with disadvantage.
19.
19. Okay, yeah, you see a deer step out from behind a tree, pretty close. It's like maybe 30 feet.
Shoot it.
All right, give me an attack roll. Do you have anything that would let me look up something.
Oh.
Because it is lightly obscured by the snow. Let me double check what the rules for that
Fuck, I should
are.
have gone with him.
Nope, just disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. So yeah, you don't have any negative modifiers to this.
We're not planning on getting in a fight tonight, right, guys?
Do plus 8, 22.
Yep, you get it right in the neck, and it just thuds.
Oh. Alright.
It doesn't
I'm not-
explode.
I don't want it to. Can I go and start carving it up?
Sure. We'll get back to that because Rith, you also wanted to go hunting.
I did.
Where are you going? There's the forest that Shiv went to the west, or there's a big open field to the east.
I would also, favorite terrain for me would be the forest.
Okay.
So I would probably, maybe not go like right after where Shiv went, but like if it's west, maybe I went like northwest or southwest.
Okay.
You know, not directly following, to kind of like increase our chances of finding something good.
Sure. Yep. So
and I
you-
am cold now, too. I don't know if that still gives me disadvantage because I have cold resistance now. but-
So you're not cold, but you do still have disadvantage on perception checks because it is snowing. Unless you have something that can get around the lightly obscured stand.
I am wearing Eyes of the Eagle, so I have advantage on perception checks.
So read me what the eyes of the eagle do, because that might
These are
just...
crystal. These are crystal lenses that fit over the eyes. While wearing them, you have advantage on the wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. In conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it cancels out your disadvantage. So you don't make it with advantage or disadvantage. So
Okay.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Come on. Hit your vape and go, guy.
Fine.
19 plus... Nope, that's sleight of hand. 19 plus 6. 25.
Okay, yeah. So you see a family of rabbits.
Oh,
They look very plump.
no!
Okay.
A bunny baby!
There's
What do I
about
have?
12 big plump rabbits.
Got you
Uh,
beat.
I mean, I'm only gonna be able to get one. I only have arrows.
You have spells as a ranger.
Oh. Fair enough, I do. Nothing that really does damage, though.
I thought you had like the
Um,
thorn thing. Thorns?
I do. I got spiked growth. I'll cast spiked growth at the 2nd level.
All right, go ahead and read me what that does.
I create a 20-foot radius centered on a point within 150 feet. I assume I'm close enough.
Yeah.
And hopefully this does enough damage. The spell, the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 damage for every 5 feet it travels. So technically, they would probably die before they get out of it.
Oh yeah. I
don't
mean,
know- I don't
as
know
you
how much
cast
HP rabbits
this spell, a bunch of thorns out of the snow just and it just pierces them.
Oh, okay.
Humanely, they're not suffering.
Because they're dead now.
Yeah.
We just
So how many
barely
rabbits
got
is that?
12 rabbits you got.
12 rabbits.
I expected 5, but I forgot how
That was a
fast they
very
multiply.
efficient hunting method.
What's that?
That was a very efficient hunting method.
I didn't even think of it. I don't really have AoE. I'm normally like a single target DPS, but that worked. Does Rip think that's enough? And does he head back or no?
You
I'll let
think that each of those rabbits, as big as they are, could probably feed at least 2 people each?
Oh, so that's good for at least a good 20 people. All right.
When you
I'll...
have everyone's meals, like we give everybody a choice. Like, do you want the
Rabbit,
Hare
deer,
or-
or fish?
Yeah.
Are we
We'll
taking
give them
any
each
of the
card.
fish
They
from
have
the
to mark
chest?
down.
From the chest?
The chest that opens when you say boom?
I think there's just rations in there.
Thought we
Yeah.
put fish in there.
No, I think he put in his quiver of Valona.
What?
There should also be some ashes of some kids we left in that chest too.
I have a question.
Was that Tyler?
Don't we have something that just makes edible food? Like, I thought we had something that just, like, we don't even need rations anymore because we have something that just...
Oh, I basically said we're gonna start like not counting rations. Keep track of them because there might be a section coming up later in the game where you'll need them, but we're not gonna make you guys use them and like.
Right.
I thought we had something that gives us food.
No.
Oh, like craft food or whatever it's called. Like,
Oh, create
food and
food.
water.
Yeah.
It's called a drift.
I think
And that was just like,
it's called a what?
You.
Oh,
good berries. I don't know.
oh, good berry. Yeah, we need a druid. We need
Well-
moon pie.
We've got those beads of nourishment.
Yeah, that's true.
moon pie.
All right, I'll head back with this family of rabbits. 'Cause
Okay.
I'll contribute a regular salmon and 12 rabbits.
All right, and then Shiv, give me a survival check as you gut this deer.
Make sure you don't.
Survival. 12?
12. It's not the best job, but you know you're kind of covered in blood. It's not like clean or anything, but you get pretty much all the meat off it. You probably butchered a little bit of it, but I mean you could probably feed a good 15 people with this deer. Pretty big deer.
Too bad it wasn't nature. I would have been able to have a advantage.
In the meantime,
Or not advantage.
Mazakeen and Petunia. Mazakeen, what are you doing right now?
Well, first I'm lifting and moving the things that Enoch wants me to.
Okay.
And then I wanted to talk to him about things we could do with thaumaturgy to help with the party vibes.
Yeah, so you come up to Enoch while he's kind of like He's kind of looking at some of his schematics.
Enoch's probably like set up like a whole like he started off using Mazikeen, but then he was like, this is kind of efficient, and just had Mazikeen help him build like a makeshift pulley crane.
Fair enough.
And then he's just having Mazikeen operate a crane to move stuff into position. So like, you know, he's trying to get like if those rafters that are broken, he's getting those out. He's getting those pews cleaned up, and like if he can mend the ones he can mend, great. If he has to repurpose the beyond saving ones, he'll repurpose them.
Okay.
Probably especially repurpose the one that Umbra set on fire.
Yeah.
He's getting the whole place, like, it doesn't have to look perfect, like, he's not going for, like, a replica of what they had, but, you know, like, at least make it seem
Do we have
somewhat
candles?
moon-themed, style-themed.
Do you have candles? Does anyone have candles in their inventory aside from Aaron? Or Rith, rather?
I'm fairly confident I do.
I think you grabbed a few in the ant tunnel.
I'm pretty sure I do. Let me dig
Yeah.
through my
I have a
inventory,
set
you
of
know.
playing cards so they can play.
A torch.
Ants, lanterns.
I could set the mood with incense.
Yeah,
Could
I
do
have
that.
a tinderbox and a torch, but that's it.
Do I have candles?
You also have thaumaturgy.
That's why I said it before.
Yep. So, what do you want to ask to Enoch about this exactly?
So Mazikeen surprisingly excitedly goes up to Enoch and starts saying like, I can do some effects and make it more the vibe of the Moon Queen or the Lady of Night.
Yeah, that's good. And Enoch does have 7 candles.
Okay.
So he'll probably,
Light
like-
the candles.
I'm thinking what he'll do for the candles is like make a candelabra. Or like a well, probably like a. I don't know actually. Maybe kind of have them spaced out to keep the lighting. Like hit the spots where the drift globe's not gonna get them lit up well.
Okay.
And just kind of set up candles over there, and you can light those tonight.
When it's time, I would like to make them turn dark with the thaumaturgy, or pick a color that belongs to the lady saloon.
Okay. So yeah, you start helping Enoch set up candles in various points, advantageous points, and meanwhile, Petunia's still cutting the paper. Some of them have devil horns. She's having a little creative liberty taken. But outside of that, it's pretty good. And what is Harbinger doing in all this?
I have some incense in
Okay.
my inventory.
Okay.
I'm gonna set up little incense stations.
Okay, yeah. So you set up some incense around. It smells very incensey, you know how incense be smelling.
I'm going to make the
Incense.
flames white, a soft white.
Soft
'cause
white
that's
flames.
what moonfire looks like.
Say, I don't mean to be insensitive.
Insensitive. Oh my goodness. So
Smoke damage.
at this point, Shiv, you come back with your deer meat.
Yeah.
That's venison.
Can I cut some of the meat into like a dagger, and then I can have a dagger of venom and a dagger of venison?
Oh, I like it.
So yeah, Enoch, you see Shiv come up with this meat,
It's the man meat.
Meat.
and then
What scent do I have?
what incense scent? You have jasmine. I just looked at my box of incense and picked one at random.
I'm
And you're just like,
hoping-
let me just
What?
check.
Not Nagachampa?
Nope.
I
Sandalwood?
love Nagachampa.
My favorite's Dragon's Blood, but only
Oh.
wild berry Dragon's Blood.
Yeah.
Other
Dragon's
other
Blood's like the
companies
only
bring
one
food
I
to
follow.
And then a few moments later, Rith, you also come in with these rabbits. You've got like a big long stick with a bunch of rabbits hanging down. Dozen rabbits to be specific.
I'm envisioning him having like a
Say that
long
last part again?
stick.
Oh, no, exactly what you were about to say. It's a
Like-
long stick across your shoulders, each of the rabbits hanging down.
Like in Mulan,
Oh,
Yeah.
carrying
gotcha.
buckets of
Yeah.
water.
I imagine you probably would have done something like that to make it efficient to carry them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Efficient.
And you set the rabbits down, and you see everyone doing their thing right now, and
I feel like I should pray to thank for the hunt, but I don't know who to pray to.
Can I tell him?
sure.
No.
Is he there with me? Or is he
Yeah,
back?
everyone's there now.
I've actually never thanked for that bounty, like, for all the things that I keep getting.
It's the Earth Mother.
There's the rabbits that were murdered.
I wonder if she's friends with Selune or if she's like that bee. So
Not entirely
she's
sure.
Sky.
But
Oh,
what's up?
no, I'm talking to myself. I can affect the light or flames and stuff, but I can't. I was thinking I could make a light that looks like the moon at the wall of the temple, but I can't.
All right, so probably about 2 hours passes, and this place is looking a lot more spruced up. You guys have done a pretty good job, pretty banger job. And at this
Banger of
point,
a job.
yeah, at this point, Enoch, you're done with all of your little repairs. You've got some tables set up, and you've repurposed a lot of the pews into like actual like chairs, not uncomfy hard ass wood pews.
Is it time to light the candles?
I got the disco ball set up. That's the most important bit.
Oh yeah.
I want it like set up in a way so like when it gets dark, I can have it light up, and it'll be like the moon is here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And at this point, the food had been stored out in the snow, kind of preserve it a little bit.
Alright.
So, if you want to give me a nature check to cook the food.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna start doing food cooking. Enoch's gonna pull out his tools. He's proficient of a.
Do we have the?
Wait, what kind of tools do we need for this?
You'd probably need
Mess kit?
a mess kit.
I have
Mess-
one.
I got a
I'm
thing
pretty
right.
sure I'm. No, I'm proficient of all Albertson's tools.
How do you
Is
tell
anybody
if you're
proficient with mess kit?
How do you tell?
It's
I don't
on the
think there's-
left side where you have your tools, like your. It says armor proficiency, weapons, tools.
Yeah, I'm not, but I do have one.
Harbinger,
I-
you're
I
not
would-
proficient with any tools. Just a heads up.
Oh, it's this list.
I think there's a feat, like a homebrew feat called Gourmand.
There's actually a regular feat for that too. It's like
Oh, they must have brought it in Tasha.
yeah, it's like something like that. Gourmand, Master Chef, something like that. Yeah.
Alright, well, I will help cook. Actually, you know what? Let me look at that thing.
What does it mean?
hold
Proficient with
on.
flame?
What skill would you use?
Oh, you're really
for
good at it.
cooking?
Like, good enough to do.
Nature, I assume, or survival, one of the two.
I have a plan for it, and I'd like to do something.
Because if it's
first.
nature, I can use my stone to help me cook.
Yeah, I'd allow a nature check for cooking. I think that's what I said,
Alright.
anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Survival would have been the other option, I would think. But yeah, I would like nature. I bet
I'll help out.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I can help.
Enoch will have like a cooking area set up, and we'll start cooking up the food together. Enoch is gonna cast guidance on himself.
Okay. You also have advantage with the others helping you.
How old is it inside?
Since everything's patched up and you got candles going, it's pretty good in
I
here.
didn't cast down detergent. Let me cast. Well, I'll cast it
Enoch
when it's
got a
wall.
Enoch got a 25.
Okay, yeah,
Failed.
he had advantage.
Oh.
Because they were helping him. So yeah, you make a really good feast. I don't know how many spices you want to add to it, because I know Enoch is not the spice adding kind of guy, but it's still edible and it's good.
It's a spice, right?
What's that?
Salt is a spice.
Technically, yes.
Sure. Yeah, so a few minutes passes as the food is being prepared, and the doors swing open, and you see Gordon kind of coming in strumming a ghost lute that he apparently had found. And he's kind of dancing and twirling around as a line of ghosts just walks in, hovers
How did
in.
that
Welcome
Piper?
them?
What's that, Mazakine?
I asked if I could welcome them,
Yeah, absolutely.
and now
Okay.
I would like to chant change
Mazakine,
the
we
color.
can't hear you
Oh,
right now.
she said she's gonna welcome them. Here, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and unmute.
Oh, I thought I was.
I want to know how that loot died.
And then I want to, as I welcome them and I say, come in, and I hold out my arms like this, and then I would like to cast thaumaturgy to create a white flame on the candles, and say, welcome to the Church of Saloon.
Okay. Oh, okay. And someone else said they wanted to do something. There's a couple of people talking. No, you're good. I think Shiv, you said you wanted to do something.
I was gonna help cook.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're helping behind the counter of the chef station. You and I think Rith were cooking is with Enoch, and
Sorry, if Petunia's not doing anything, Enoch kind of has to go to if she knows any songs about Selene or any pouty songs in general.
I think I've got something for this, and
Alright, you're on bar duty with the gnome.
yeah, and they'll start just strumming some lively music, you know, just like a tavern kind of upbeat sort of song with a lute and her flute. And Harbinger, what would you be doing at this point?
I was interested in knowing how that loot died.
He says that's a secret that will be revealed for another time.
Enoch just thinks it's probably made of wood and burnt up of the dragon. What do you mean?
He immediately starts strumming a tune of this epic lute that he has in his hand, which is just
Like a banjo.
it's a totally regular ass lute. But yeah, as the ghosts walk in, they're all looking like they're dressed all prim and proper, and they start like looking around, and yeah, they look like they don't really know what to do right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep, like, I welcome them in and I say, come, have a seat. We are preparing a feast.
Oh, a feast! I am hungry. What's up, Harbinger?
And lodgings will be provided within afterward.
And then tell them, I'm gonna also tell them, come in out of the cold. I don't know if
Warm
they
your
care.
Okay, yeah. So they'll all start filing in and sitting down at these tables. And there's probably a good, like, 50 ghosts here. It's a little crowded, but it's, spacey enough. What's up?
Do they still look bored?
No, they're talking and they're having a good time. And it seems like a lot of them are catching up with family that they haven't seen in a long time.
I missed my opportunity for card tricks.
You can still do that.
I want to
You
do
know-
card tricks.
Okay.
As Mazakine's grabbing a deck of cards from somewhere, Enoch's gonna walk up to him and be like, as the best talker of the group, you're now master of ceremonies. And he's gonna pat her on the back and give her guidance.
Okay.
Not even like a folded up like little paper hat or something.
I can put on this dragon skull I have. Just
That might not be the best idea. Or a good idea,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's a dragon skull.
Yeah, they might be like, it's dead, or like, oh shit, the dead one's coming after us, 'cause we're all dead.
I don't know.
too.
I was just envisioning being a friendly little Cubone vibe, but considering how they died, it might not be the best idea.
What's up, Harbinger?
Mazakine, if you have to make a check within the next minute, you get to add a d4.
Okay, and I want to like happily thank my friend after he called me a master of ceremonies.
And what were you saying, Harbinger?
I was just gonna say I'm glad the mood had improved because I was gonna ask who died.
Anybody? So yeah, go ahead and make a performance check, Mazakine, and add that d4 to your check as you make this card trick. You can either do performance or sleight of hand, whatever's
Also-
higher.
Take mine. Go ahead, whoever.
Oh, I'm gonna put out that jar of potatoes.
Okay.
You don't like them.
Not keep.
Oh, no, you salt-
Yeah,
You
add
salted-
a d4.
They're not gonna like it. You fool!
That is a 3 added to my 17 plus 2. So 22.
22? Yep, you do some pretty fancy card tricks, maybe something you've picked up from being, like, in downtime bored as a soldier of hell.
Yeah. Can I do the thing where I need a volunteer?
Yeah, you pick a random volunteer. It's just a random chef.
Are they all see-through?
Yeah, they're a little see-through.
Even their clothes?
Yeah, just very, very faintly see-through.
Okay. Well, I asked them to pick a card. Can I touch them? They
They-
held the plates.
Yeah, they can touch them.
So I said, pick a card, young sir.
He'll be like, that one, and he'll pick a random one.
All right, now don't show it to me. Show it to everyone here.
He'll be like, woo. He'll hold it up to everyone. It's a 6 of hearts.
All right, and then I ask for it back in the deck,
Okay.
and then I shuffle them very fancy, like the poker guys do, like on the show.
You're like over the head arcing them.
Yeah, and then I want to make them like fall all down into my other hand, and with bouncer, I want to make it look more difficult than it is.
Okay, it looks like you have like 4 arms going around right now.
Yeah, and so then I pull. I want to pull the 6 of hearts out from my ear
Okay, yeah.
and be like, "Is this your card, sir?"
And the
Not even
ghost,
from behind, just out of her ears.
Yes, in my brain.
the guy is just like, how the hell did you do that?
Well, see, I come from hell. I have tricks of many, sir. Lots of cards up my sleeve, if you will.
What's up, Harbinger?
I'm gonna be confused as to why this perplexes them, because I'm like, magic exists. Like, people.
It's not magic, it's a trick, sir.
They're
It's a magic trick.
also like mundane village people. Magic is very uncommon to them.
Yeah, and you know, until a dragon comes around.
Yeah. So, go ahead,
Hey.
Enoch.
Enoch's at this point is probably like serving up plates. Like he's not really like everybody gets roughly the same food. Like he's not making a bunch of different plates.
Don't
Just
solve.
a standard, bunch of the same plates. Take them out the table, start putting them down in front of the seats.
Okay.
Oh, I got sprinkled.
Yep. So, did you put the food on them already then?
Yeah, I would have dished up the plates and then walked over, probably put down like a glass of probably water for that. That's actually just melted snow. And start dishing out, filling up the tables with food.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. And after everyone gets their food, it starts to turn into a dull roar of conversation and food eating.
Still have ale.
You do still have ale.
No,
How much of it?
If I remember correctly, it was a pretty good amount. I
Did we
think.
get like a whole keg from the town?
Yeah, I think Rith has a whole keg of it.
Should we give some to them?
I mean, if there's ever a time to use a keg instead of powder.
I mean, it seems
gonna be like
the right time, but that's up to Riz, I suppose.
You wish it was only a keg. It's like literally a 20 by 24 cubic space room full of it in my
Can we
my
give
one
them
chamber
some
in my
ale,
quiver.
Riz?
It's gonna end up like that scene in Casper where they're eating all that food and it's just falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and this is high end like brew from the dwarves.
Oh
man.
yeah, that's right.
Can we share some?
I mean, I feel like a salmon and a family of rabbits should be enough. You know,
It's
I
not
mean,
about that, it's about the vibes, man.
shouldn't have given it all to the kids.
Are there children here? Are there children?
There's a few.
I would like to give them some ale.
You will not get it from me then, because I can't endorse childhood drunk.
Shh, they're dead.
Tendencies.
It's okay. They deserve a drink.
No, can't.
They're
can't
older
be
than
done.
you are.
That's fair. I mean, that poke a hole in my logic. Why
yeah,
don't
right
you?
there.
But not in their beer mugs.
I will pour one for each so that they can toast on their way out.
Okay.
Yay!
I'll pour one for each.
Okay.
Thank you.
And they're starting to finish up their food, and suddenly you see what's his name, Gordon and Petunia come out, and they're kind of like chatting, and then Gordon will say, my lovely friends, it's great to join you all here today on this wonderful merriment. Now, please, my friend and I have a very special song for you. And then they just start fucking jamming out.
All I'm thinking of is the bard from Vox Machina.
Yeah, accurate. But
Rich and I get to the
But,
needy.
a little bit less horny than he was, hopefully.
yeah, but yeah, they play this tune about I don't know, Christmas, essentially like a Christmas song. You know, everyone's together and
Silent.
a little more upbeat than that. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
It's still haunting them from
All
the
I want for Christmas.
All right, muting Aaron. Okay, that made it a little better.
Rings at fire.
Oh my god.
But it's really good, and some of the ghosts start to get up and dance. Some of them are like twirling around in the air, and it's just a really like ball like setting right now. You've got your disco ball. What's that?
Think of Haunted Mansion.
Maybe.
Like at the end of Haunted Mansion, where they all dance and like float around.
Not
you've never
really
seen that
sure.
scene?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I tried to show it to
Wow.
you around Halloween.
We didn't get to it.
It's good.
What's that, Aaron? Or Tyler?
I said there's a Muppets version of it.
Can I dance with one of the ghosts?
Yeah, sure.
Do I have to roll performance or
No, but you do have to give me a charisma saving throw.
not? Saving?
Yep. As you.
Oh.
Yeah,
'cause
because
if
it's
you
trying
touch
to
him, it's-
steal you.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make you dance better.
Shut up. My feet are bigger than yours and I can step on you and make it look like I'm dancing. 17 plus... What did you say for... charisma?
Yeah, charisma
17 plus 7.
Oh, you're good. And you're just dancing, and the ghost will kind of lift you up by the hands as you start floating in the air.
Yeah. I look like over the moon happy, pun intended.
I get it. But yeah, you've got like the disco ball going, and you've got your soft white lights and the candles set up, and you've done a very good job. Aaron, why did you type 29?
I was meant to send that to Greg. He asked me if I played Call of Duty at all today.
Oh, okay.
I was like, my rank was 29, but I sent it in the wrong chat.
Oh, okay. I was just did I make you make a check or something? I just want to make sure I didn't miss something.
I just
no, you're
assumed
good.
he
Sorry.
rolled for me and that was my performance
No.
for my charisma saving.
Greg asked me what my rank was because he wanted me to play, and I said I'm doing D&D, and then he's like, wait, what rank are you? That's all. Sorry, not D&D related.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm going AFK.
You want this?
Sure. So yeah, unless there's anything specific, you're good. If there's anything specific you guys want to do while the music is playing.
I'm already doing it. Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already in a trance, like trying to get my long rest in as quick as I can, so that way in the morning when we leave, I can make Umbra go red again.
Okay.
I feel like that. I feel like as soon as he came back from like the hunt and like he dished out the booze, he just like went off into a corner and like tranced.
Yeah, Umbra's making ice cubes for everyone for their drink.
That checks out.
She's so cute.
Oh, wait.
What color are her eyes, by the way? Random question.
Probably like as she's a blue or a white dragon, probably like a crystally blue.
That's very on brand for this. I'm having the best time.
Yeah, you're dancing. Enoch, what do you want to be doing?
I mean, if everyone's got food and, you know, everyone's having a good time. Enoch's not the most festive guy, so he's just making sure, like, he's just kind of playing manager over all of this.
Okay.
Can I, after I'm done dancing, can I go over to Enoch?
Sure.
And then I want to kind of clap him on the back and I say, you sure know how to party like we do in hell.
Enoch's just gonna look at her like, and in the most straight face, just like, I always assumed there would be a lot more torture in hell, Pad.
Well, that's just the people that are sent there. I live there. It's different.
Shiv, what are you doing?
I like this song.
I was just thinking that. I was like, oh, it's a ghost party.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would be eating a little bit because I want to save most of it for the ghost, but you know, you gotta eat.
Yeah, between the food, the food that they already had there and the food you guys hunted, there'd be plenty.
Maybe I would,
But did
I don't know, get on my broom flying and fly around.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. And
See.
Harbinger.
Oh,
what's
wait
up?
a minute. Where is it? I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Ooh, now what does that do?
I create 4 torch-sized lights within range, 120 feet. You create 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration of 1 minute. But I can just keep doing it because it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll say you can continuously, like, every minute, just like you feel it fading and you just like re-up it.
You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing bag humanoid form of medium size. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, so you just got these orbs.
And like every minute, maybe just kind of have like move around, like the 4 of them, just kind of like ooh.
You know what? That gives me an idea.
What's up?
If there gets to a point where, like, maybe in the dances there's like a ghost couple that are like dancing, and they've clearly got like the spot, like it's that situation where everyone's just watching these 2 people dance.
Yeah.
At that point, Enoch will cast Fairy Fire on them just to give them a little bit more of a significance flair.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, there's a couple moments where that happens. Obviously, you can do that. And what would Harbinger be doing?
Oh, sorry. I was AFK. I just.
Oh, you're good. What would you be doing at the party? Are you still AFK or?
No. I just got back.
Oh, okay. Basically, the party's a good success this far in the night. Just want to know what you would be doing.
Just making sure everybody's getting fed.
Okay, kind of like.
And I'll actually check. What?
Oh, you're like doing busing duty.
Yeah, and I want to also check to make sure we have sufficient lodgings for everyone to make sure, like taking a head count, seeing, how many sleeping areas we need and stuff like that. So.
Okay. And by your count, there's probably like, let me roll for that. 57 ghosts in total.
Okay.
And then Rith, I know you said you're doing your trance. Is there anything else you want to do in the meantime? Before your trance or after?
You're taking a nap in the middle of a party?
Yeah, I'm tired. I went hunting. I went hunting. What do you want from me? I exerted energy and I require rest.
Don't do it in a party.
I pour drinks. I will. What is it? Who else is there? Before I go off to the corner to relax and recoup, I will walk past Harbinger and I'll whisper, "You know my price," and then I'll go sit in the corner. He knows exactly that it's the golden Aileron salmon.
Gotcha.
I don't need it now.
That he fiends for it, huh?
I don't care now. We have food for the party.
Do you not care? Or does the reminiscence of the sweet, sweet deliciousness of the Aileron salmon come bursting back into your palate to the point where you will do whatever it takes to get it again?
I hope you know that every time we go to the grocery store and I walk past the seafood section, I'm like, look, it's Aileron salmon.
It's
every
true.
time.
Fantastic. Other than that, I'm chill. I'm chill.
Okay. Umbra will be giving rides to ghost children. But outside of that,
Ghost Rider?
Yeah. She's getting a little tired from it, so she'll kind of sit next to you, panting, a little worn out, but having fun. And the night goes on a little longer, and it's probably about 8-9 o'clock p.m. by the time the music starts to wind down and some of the ghosts sit back at the tables, and it's starting to get quieter in here.
When do we start to see them all lift off into the sky like a rapture?
Don't we have to rest first?
Yeah, they have to rest.
So as it's quieting down, Enoch will have like gone to like a section of the temple that what we won't use for the party and like start laying out like bed mats and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and yeah, they kind of like notice that there's like a resting area for them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to lead them in there?
Just like, you know, I you know, if I see any who are like looking like they're tired or trying to rest, I point them in the direction. But I'm not gonna like corral them or anything.
Right.
And as far as like the kinds of beds, most of it's probably just bedding material taken from around the town and stuff.
That's fine. Yeah. And they'll kind of filter out slowly until, you know, it's just you guys in the hall area, and Gordon. And Gordon will sit down and take a big swig, the last big swig of his ale, and say, "Well, I would say this is a success, my ladies and gents."
Enoch will look down at him and be like, "I agree, Gordon. Now there's only one thing left for you to do so that we can make sure that your legacy lives on."
Oh, what might that be?
Enoch's gonna pull out his pen and his paper, and he'll hold out his hand to Gregory and be like, "Time for you to write down those songs of yours."
You want to let him possess you?
I will let him possess me.
All right. Suddenly, you kind of start to slump over. You drop the pen and the paper, and then you spring up, and then you scramble around and you grab the pen and paper. And you're like, "Oh, I knew I had some stuff for this." And he starts just writing furiously, writing sheet music and lyrics. He's got little pictures of how people would dance. Tales of these great heroes that could throw parties like no others.
How do they feel about a pen that doesn't run out of ink?
Oh, he's like, he doesn't even notice, but he's loving it. He's just going to town, and you could feel how giddy he is right now to be able to write songs once again. And afterwards, what's that, Tyler?
I'm gonna ask for his autograph
He'll say, "Sure, where would you like it?"
on paper.
On paper. He'll etch
On my
out
bird, on my brush, my chicken brush.
he'll give his signature, Gordon the Gnome, on his on his paper.
I'm gonna nudge him and tell him that he can write in thin air with that.
What is that you say? And he'll start writing in the air, and he's like, "Whoa."
He's gonna draw a dick butt.
And Among Us.
Fucking dick butt.
And
I remember when Mitch taught me about dick butt.
I'm a memester.
Will you store after?
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask before I was gonna
Get
say
your
it.
ass.
And then eventually, you know, probably about 10-15 minutes passes, and you'll slump back over, Enoch, and you're suddenly yourself.
Enoch will collect up the parchments and just kind of like organize them into a sort of songbook.
Okay.
And he'll just tuck that away.
Sure. And then at this point, he'll give you guys a deep bow, and he'll be like, "You guys, I am truly thankful for what you've done for me." Also, that gift. And he'll give you a deep bow, and he'll head to the sleeping quarters. And Petunia's already asleep. She's sitting on a chair with her flute just kind of like resting in her hand. She's like super tired.
Enoch will go put a blanket on him.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting ready for bed.
And y'all can get a
I'm just
long
waking up.
rest.
Oh,
Woo!
That's what happens when you sleep during the party.
Yeah, but now I can keep watch.
right. As we're getting ready to go to bed, Enoch's just gonna briefly look at him and be like, "Are we still hunting the dragon tomorrow?"
I'm waking up and I'm like, ugh, hopefully. You know, I'm all stretched out and limbering up.
And
Okay. And yeah, Enoch will go curl up and go to bed.
all right, yeah. If you guys have nothing else you want to do for the night, go ahead. And,
Actually, there is one thing that Enoch will do before he goes to bed.
what's that?
Uh-oh.
Go take some food to the horses.
That's smart.
Sounds good. Yep.
Yeah, poor horses. They
Yeah,
done
you'll
forgot
Yeah.
about.
head out in the
just try to
blizzard
take-
and
Head
give 'em
out,
some
walk
hay.
back over there, give them some hay, make sure they look good.
yeah.
Maybe sweep some shit out of there.
Get over there and you realize our horses are now ghosts. Like we have ghost horses now.
There's just two frozen solid mules sitting there, and then two ghost mules behind them. Like the fuck. But yeah, you guys can get a long rest in at this point.
Just like I'd hate to be those guys.
Right.
And the morning comes, and Harbinger, in your dreams, the Raven Queen had reached out to you, and one of the other cages that are around hers is broken, and she will thank you. She will grant you an ability to be able to see into the ethereal plane for 1 hour per day.
Wow.
That's cool as shit.
Wow.
That's insanely helpful.
What is
Well, I'm gonna get that eventually, but
Additionally,
I think one of my
if you want,
one of
you
my
can
outlet invocations.
if you want, you can reduce that limit to 10 minutes, and everyone in your party can see in the ethereal plane.
Cool.
What's the other real plane?
I suppose
Well,
ghosts-
ethereal.
Oh,
Sorry.
Show.
That's insane.
could have been a completely different thing.
Same thing, pronounced differently. I've been pronouncing words funky like.
Like an up
is
dog?
tough. What's up, dog?
Nothing much, bro.
So yeah, as the morning
Nothing,
comes,
Tyler.
if you guys check on the ghosts, there are no ghosts, and the town is, in the most literal sense, and also non-literal sense, it is a ghost town.
I can dig it.
Ooh. Is it still blizzarding as hell outside?
Nope. The next day, well, it might be. Let me check the temperature. Slight flurries, gray and slightly overcast. Not as cold as the day before, but still below freezing. With a light breeze to the south, 4 to 7 miles an hour.
You know, it's gonna like do the standard morning ritual, get up, prep spells, and as people are waking up, like when Myth wakes up, he'll just be like, "So about this dragon, do we just yell its name and it summons it, or how does this work? Challenge it to a duel, horizontal,
Who are you saying this to?
Myth,
Oh, that's what I thought.
You can be up-
resident dragon escort."
What do you got over there, Shiv?
Oh, I was gonna say he's gonna be out. Enoch's gonna be walking around trying to Michael Scott this dragon, like
Right.
he's trying to declare bankruptcy.
I declare Dragon War!
Like, red dragons are what? Super prideful and shit?
Very angry, very arrogant. But it's not
Like-
really something we should really seek out if we don't have to.
I mean, if it's burning towns, that's a problem. But I guess if we want to ignore it, we can. I'm not.
It's a problem for the town, not us. I mean, we're gonna be leaving.
That's fair. I mean, we got one to the kill. All right.
If we take so many side quests every time we're going somewhere, we're never gonna get there.
We'll get places. We're not on a time crunch. There's only a kidnapped kid waiting for us to rescue him. Can't wait.
Well, plus, we have an appointment with another dragon at some point here, but the
Right,
red one will have to wait.
All right. Well, I guess let me look at the map here.
I think Rith is still terrified of the potential for Nasus encounter. Like deep in the back of his cerebellum, he's like still shitting his pants.
Yep, so looking at the map, if you guys were to continue south, you would hit Horsa, which is, as you remember being told, it's the frontier town before the Regent's Field.
Where's the map again?
Yeah, is it in Penn Messages?
It should be.
It is. It's just it's way
It's
the
up a
fuck
little bit.
And
there.
there's nothing zoomed in on it.
Is there a way you can just look at pinned messages?
Oh yeah, we're not even
Yeah.
Pinned
close.
icon up at the top in the right.
We've got a long ways to go before we reach Carson. We're not even on the general forest yet. Shit. Okay. Yeah, let's get going south to Horsa.
There it is.
If you click it and you click what is it?
I zoomed in on it.
Open original,
I
yeah.
don't know where we are.
Where it says Caladir, right underneath that is Bounty,
Okay.
and right underneath that is Ogden. That's where you guys are right now.
The more I zoom in, the more I can't.
That's
We're
it.
going where?
Aaron, if you're looking at the map and at Aileron on the right side, there's a big word that says Caladir.
Yeah.
Underneath that, like directly underneath it, says Bounty. And if you keep following the road that Bounty's on, Ogden is the next town after Bounty.
Oh, okay. I was looking under Aileron itself because we were
Oh.
technically. I thought we were going south, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we were.
We're just
Yeah.
moving slow.
Yeah, because because like where the portal was that I broke was over in the Gardenhelm Forest.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was like, wait, how are we? I was like, are we going north? Because I thought you were gonna say we were underneath Aileron, and I was like, how? But okay, this makes more sense. This is fine. Oh, and then Horsa is right there.
Yep. What's that?
What did you say the town is called?
That you're heading to?
Yeah.
Horsa.
Horsa.
See, normally I would spell it Horsa, but I know you spell things weird, so.
Nope, that's how it's spelled.
Hors.
No, it's spelled how you imagine it.
I know.
I'm not spelling them this way. The map is.
I'm just giving you shit.
I know.
I still actually wrote whore down. Horse.
And
So
from
we're
here,
to Horsa.
from Ogden to Horsa is probably about a 2-day cart ride.
Only a 1 day with spectral horses, perhaps.
No, we ain't got those.
And Tyler, for Harbinger, I'll make a custom feat for him.
Okay.
So, unless you guys have things to do here in the ruins of Ogden, you can start heading towards Horsa or wherever you want to go.
Go.
That's where we're headed.
All right.
Ah,
So y'all pile onto the cart. Shiv, I imagine you're being the driver for now. All right.
Yeah.
You pull the lever and the sleighs come down, and you guys are on the road. And unless you guys want me to do some checks or anything, we can just skip getting to Horsa.
sure.
What's up?
Would
Or not.
the animals be fine in the snow?
Yeah, they'll be fine. They got pretty thick fur, and
Alright.
they're bred specifically in this area, so they're not strangers to they're kind of like reindeers versus regular deer. They're kind of made for.
They're
this tough
woolly
weather.
horses.
Yeah,
Well, mules.
but yeah, they're fine. But yeah, we can skip to Horsa if you guys want.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break so I can make some more tea and go pee, and we will be back in 5
that
minutes.
rhymed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go actually.
All right. Bye. So
Good riddance.
Right.
So you guys, you're going down the road, and it takes, like I said, about 2 days to get from Ogden to Horsa, and you're getting out of the little bit more from the forest. It's getting more sparsely, dense with forestry, less trees overall.
Is there still a lot of snow?
There's still a lot of snow, yep. And as you come up to this large, big hill that goes up as you're heading south, you see some lanterns in the distance, far, far in the distance. This would be, as you could probably assume, Horsa, the frontier town before the Regent's Field. Now, as you get up to this town, it's surrounded by a big wooden fence. And on the northern side of town where you guys are approaching from is what seems to be like a gate of sorts. Not a huge, Baldur's Gate sort of gate, but more like a small building with an arch in it where you can walk underneath. And this seems to be kind of like a guard tower as well.
Can we go around it?
Sounds like Aaron's ride is coming to get him.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that.
I missed something.
Ambulances will come and get Aaron
Oh,
because of snow.
it was the
Oh, wow.
snow.
I didn't know that.
Like, Aaron said he'd
They
have to
hunt his
still go to
ass
work in
down.
14 feet of snow.
Ah.
They
I
said
would.
They would send an ambulance. I'm like, there would be no room for them to put the snow off the road. to be
So,
able to get an ambulance to go anywhere.
So anyway, yeah, as you guys come up, it's about noontime by the time you get there. It's, as usual, it's pretty cold. Let me give you the exact weatherment here. Plus
I
a day,
hope
plus a
that
day.
the app or whatever it is that you're looking at is just like a random hot spurt. It's like 95.
It is,
Like New York. where
it's probably
like
about
one
36
day-
degrees, moderate breeze, 13 to 18 miles an hour with flurries. It's gray and slightly overcast.
It's like if I walked outside.
Hey,
Yeah.
the snow will be melting and Tyler would be in shorts.
It's still cold enough for the snow to stick. It's not melting or anything. It's like just above freezing right now, but it's still snowing, kind of like how it was today here.
I love it.
But it's probably getting close to knee deep at this point. I mean, you guys are in basically the D&D equivalent of December. And as you come up to this large wooden door leading into the town, there's a guard standing there, and he's got typical guard gear. He's got a helmet, some chainmail. He's got some furs over it to keep him warm, and he's got a spear. And he'll be like, "Ho there, travelers! What brings you to our fine settlement this day?"
Would you just call
Yeah.
me?
Travelers.
It sounded like you called me a hoe.
Hoe is a tool used in the garden. No, hoe is a standard greeting in the medieval era.
Ah.
Man, there's some
They really
cops.
want
The one
to go
we find ourselves in.
Enoch will stick his head out and be like, "We're just kind of passing through on our way to Kythus."
Kythus. My, you're a long ways away, my friends.
Aye,
Yeah.
so well, making haste.
I see that. Please, come on in. And as he kind of shouts up to the guard tower, and another guard will kind of stick his head out the window, and he'll give a little salute and go back in, and soon the gate kind of opens, little chain holding up this wooden gate, and he'll say, "Please make yourselves at home, stay warm, and keep safe out there on the roads."
Anything weird going on in here? Seems like everywhere we stop, something weird's going on.
No.
Just want to be pre-prepared for something weird to happen.
Oh, he's got my amiibo. Don't eat the feet off of my amiibo, you dick.
Oh no, not the amiibo. The amiibo.
The ancient golem thing from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
Nobody cares about that.
Nah.
I remember when amiibos were important.
So, yep, as you guys walk into this gate underneath this like little arched building, you step out into underneath this lantern light. Like I said, it's midday, but it's still a little dreary outside, so the lanterns are lit, and you immediately step out into basically a town circle or a center square sort of deal. A big round pavilion made of gray brick, and with a well right in the center, and you could see a board for job postings. You see several stalls set up with merchants selling their wares, and lots of people bustling back and forth, carts being towed by both people, mules, other animals of that nature, with just all kinds of goods, food, furs, shields, weapons, things of that nature. And this is a pretty big town. Looking around, you see a large hill that keeps going north with a bunch of buildings kind of lining it, big brick road. You see some stairs that keep going up, and to your left you see going, I guess that'd be east if you're facing south. You see another road, and you see a blacksmith. You see a smithy working on some swords outside, and it's just a lot of people going on. There's a woodworker, and this is probably the biggest settlement you've seen in a while ever since you left Caracaladir. A lot of bustling and people talking and chattering.
Enoch's just gonna look around and be like, "This is the most like Stouto Town JRPG village I've ever seen."
Snow is
I
piled
have
up
no
next.
idea what you just said.
Snow is piled up next to all the doors, with some snow kind of on the eaves of the windows and some frost. And you see inside one, there's a tavern with people having some drinks and playing dice games and such.
And I look at the job postings.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You see, you see someone asking for help delivering some lumber.
Do that.
to the outskirts of town. You see a wanted poster for a criminal. And you also see...
want a criminal?
No, a wanted poster of a criminal.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And
We can make that happen.
they see...
I was like, I can be a criminal.
You see a cobbler wants some work done. He wants a what do you call it?
Apprentice?
Apprentice, that's the word. I kept coming up with appraisal. I'm like, that's not right. And you see someone hiring a bard for a party.
Oh.
We just sent our bard to heaven.
No, but we got all of his music. You could sell that to a bard.
Petunia's about.
Petunia's a bard, and you have music.
I just want somebody to play the Mario 64 slide song while we're in combat.
Oh no, that's not the right one.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, as you guys are kind of standing around, there's a large, just a big muscly dude with a cart walking around with some bricks, and he'll accidentally nudge into Mazakeen.
Does he drop any of them?
Nope, he keeps it under control. He kind of bonks you out of the way a little bit, and he says, "Make way for the goods," as he keeps walking in a gruff tone.
Can I mutter
I'm
under
gonna
my
ask
breath?
him if he wants. Oh, sorry.
What would you like to mutter under your breath?
You should work on walking good.
Did you say it like audible to him?
I don't know. It's up to chance if he heard it or not.
Okay, give me a
Wow.
charisma check.
Just by chance, none of us heard that.
We're gonna find out if any of y'all heard it.
No,
You
we
don't
didn't.
have the good
Oh, you didn't?
hearing.
Oh, she said you should learn to walk good.
Mm.
Charisma, you said?
Yep.
Just plain-
On the top row.
Oh, okay. That is a 14 plus 2.
Yeah, he kind of hears it, and he doesn't stop, but he says, "Ugh, travelers think they're all that," as he kind of goes down the East Boulevard.
I wish I could.
And I walk
fire.
up next to him and be like, "Would you like to borrow my horse?"
Don't need a horse where I'm going, but thanks, bud. Says
Alright.
T-Shiv.
Because I have a third horse that just doesn't do anything, and I feel like he's over his trauma, and I feel like a workhorse probably feels sad that there's no work for him to do.
So, what do you guys want to do in this new town?
Is there a shop?
There's
well, I'm
a
gonna
couple of
go-
shops lining the streets, yeah.
I'm gonna go do that lumber job.
Okay, you want to pick up that lumber job?
Yeah.
Alright, so you snatch the poster and you look at the address on it, and you start to find your way through the city, but we'll get to that. What else is anyone doing? Mazakin, you said you wanted to find a shop?
Yeah, like where I can get a fishing rod.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
You can find pretty much like a fishing store down pretty much on the main plaza.
Okay. Can I go in there and get a fishing pole?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you I don't know how much they...
I'll look at it.
Okay, yeah.
$6 bajillion.
It's gonna be hard to come across some dollars here in the D&D world.
Oh no! See that you gotta use the $6 bajillion to buy online currency, and then you trade that.
So it's a crypto
for
scheme.
D&D gold. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's not telling me.
So look up block and tackle, maybe.
I'm on.
Block and tackle.
What about anyone else? What are y'all doing when you get to this town?
Oh, I don't know.
It's only one gold piece.
Hmm?
It says it's one gold piece.
Then it costs 1 gold piece.
I would like 2 of them.
Okay. You only need 1.
I was gonna be nice and get one to Ray.
Mm.
He doesn't want my charity. He has a fishing rod.
You still want to buy 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him one.
Okay.
Let me take it.
Does need to do some shopping. I don't know. Do we want to do a shopping montage now?
I'm gonna say, to prepare you guys, I'm probably gonna be doing a hex crawl for the trip through Regent's Field, so it would be wise. I'm gonna start taking into account rations and stuff.
What is What is the
A hex crawl is basically like, instead of doing a dungeon with a square grid, it's a hexagon-shaped grid, and it's usually used for like traveling large areas.
Can I also buy some rations while I'm out?
Yeah, sure.
How much?
The shopping trip episode, part of the episode, guys. Let's put on our montage faces and.
Let's
I'm gonna go ahead and-
loosen up those things.
While I'm in post-production, I'm gonna play the Benny Hill theme.
Wait, I have some background music I can play.
I feel like you should be the eye of the tiger.
Mitch, this is the part where you just do pretty much a slideshow because we don't need to animate all of this.
I'm not animating shit.
E-rate animate.
About how many rations should one rider bulk up on them?
Let's see. You can carry about 20 on your person. If you have a bag of holding, you can buy a shit ton more.
Am I going to need that many? Like, I don't know a hex crawl's.
So, I'm gonna give you an estimate. It's probably gonna take, I would buy maybe 15 to 20, yeah.
Okay, and it says there are 5 silver pieces, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Work on that.
Okay.
There's got 40 in the chest.
Then I'm just gonna buy 10.
Yeah, you just gotta remember, you're gonna be splitting it between 5 people, so.
Not my 10.
6 with Petunia.
Not if we eat Petunia.
We'll murder him.
What? So we'll eat Mazakine and Petunia.
Bitch.
Alright, let's bring up the shopping list stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to buy, just let me know and I'll let you know what they have in stock.
Should it be 10 or 15? Pick for me.
You know,
I
it's
don't know,
probably
roll
gonna
a
be
D20.
like a bunch
Hopefully
of
between 10 and
mundane
15.
shit. Oh, actually, let me look at my spells.
Pick 10 or 15.
15.
I think potions might be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find a potion brewery.
How much is a potion of giant strength? Hill giant strength.
Let me take a look. I think I have that actually.
Yeah, I have one.
Let's see. Magic shop. Potion of Hill Giant Strength is going to be 120 gold.
Oh, but I already have. Do I have 2 of them? I have 2 of them.
Yeah, I think you bought some from Kellis at one point.
I did. I just didn't know how much they were worth. Pretty sure I paid more than 120 gold piece for them, or whatever.
I mean, that's what I had written down.
Oh, then that's what.
Yeah, I don't. The only thing I changed the price for was the healing potions from 50 to 40 at one point.
Aha.
Okay, I bought my rations and paid for them and put them in.
Okay.
Actually, I put them in my bag of food.
Yeah, the only thing I ever want to do is try to get. Did I get this ion stone appraised already?
Yeah, you had it appraised. You have it. I added it to your inventory. It should be working now, Joe. It should be attuned to it.
Yeah, it's here. It doesn't have a cost.
I mean, you didn't have to go very far to find this fishing shop and
No, I mean,
find the
not
rations.
back with the group. Like,
Yeah, you-
everyone's there.
Yeah, you're pretty much all together except Shiv, who went off to find a job.
Then I would like to
I'm off
excitedly
to
go up
find
to.
a job.
I'm gonna go up to Riff and excitedly show him, look what I've found, and then I send one of the rods to him, and I say, I got you one
Bless
too,
you.
my friend, so we can feast.
Cost plus.
I already have one, thank you, though.
I will shove this pole up your ass.
I will return it in kind.
He's already got to pull up his ass. Leave him alone.
I was trying to be nice.
Oh,
Remember the extending pole? Yeah, that's the one.
Riff, at one point during your 2-day travel, did you want to change Umbra back
Yeah.
to red? Okay.
Yep.
So you'll have done that.
I have 2 fishing rods now. I'm just gonna catch a bunch of fish.
Dual-wield fishing rods.
Yeah.
Shiv, you do eventually find the woodworking shop, and you see like an older bald man with a big gray beard sawing into a board, and he's like, he has his back to you at this point.
Well, hello. I'm gonna hold up the poster. And be like, is this your posting?
Yes, it's surprised to see someone actually wants to get some work done. We need all of this delivered here in the next week.
Well, how much is it?
You look to the side, and there's about a 15-foot stack of wood in this shop. With
Like
just...
a cube?
Yeah. Just a huge fucking pile of wood.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna...
I can't find my fishing poles that I just put in my
I
equipment.
guess I will,
Did you add them to your bag of holding?
No.
Refresh the page, maybe?
point at the, Why did Tyler just at me? Tyler
But
just...
I posted a link for you.
There's no link. Oh,
Above it.
I have the tire. I'm gonna tell him, like, I have 2 mules, a cart, and a draft horse. What, like, how do you normally move stuff?
Load it up and get it out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that
Okay. And we will get
Loading
back
it
to
in-
that.
in the cart.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty heavy wood. It's pretty heavy lumber. It's gonna take a little while. I mean, obviously, a week is probably a pretty short time frame to be running all throughout this town and delivering wood.
Also gonna ask him, like, what he's gonna pay.
We think some of the details that
do
make Thursday boots most special.
Tori.
You're gonna what, Joe?
Gonna discuss wages before loading up.
Well, I can offer you as a baseline 50 gold for this job.
50 gold for a week's worth of work. I mean, that's actually not bad.
Not at all. That's like rich people money right there.
Yeah, it is. And how far am I taking all this?
Pretty much all throughout the town, and this is a pretty big town. Not as big as Caracaladir, but it's comparable.
Okay. Can I ask you if we could use some of the wood to kind of like make like I guess I'll ask him if he has like some like a skis or something.
Your cart's
Yeah.
already on skis.
Yeah, I meant for the horse. So then I can just be going and have the cart and then like skis and tie that to the horse.
Like
Yeah.
skis for you to like basically water ski on the back of the horse in the snow? Is that what I'm...
No, more like skis, like a pallet or something on skis.
Oh,
Like not a cart. Well, I guess a cart, but like just 1-4 stacking wood on and.
okay.
Not like a person carriage.
He can probably give you something like that. He can like rent it out to you, but not to keep, but just to get the job
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, just to
Carry a
just so
little
that
extra.
I can, less actual loads because like back and forth.
Okay,
Get the horse moving too.
sounds good. And you'll get started on that. In the meantime, is there anything else anyone's doing while they're in this town?
Enoch is shopping. I am making a shopping list right now.
Okay. And if you want, you could just post it in the Moonshae Unite or whatever, and I'll let you know what's there.
That's the plan.
Okay. Anyone else?
I just need some potions.
Some potions?
Yeah, healing
Give
potion.
the other efficient. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how it was on. Go ahead.
They would have in stock 10 healing potions for 30 gold each, just regular healing potions. And greater healing potions, or potion of greater healing, or whatever it's called, for 100 gold each. There's 5 of those in stock.
What do the regular healing potions heal?
I think it's like 2d4 plus 1, I think. Let me look. Potion of healing 5e. 2d4 plus 2 is a healing potion, and the greater healing potions are 4d4 plus 4.
I'll buy all of those.
Okay, so 500 gold for the greater healing potions, and the regular healing is 300 gold for 10 of them.
What? I just want the greater healing.
Oh, just the greater. Okay, 500 gold for those.
Yeah. Can I give her 50 platinum?
Yeah, that checks out.
Okie dokie.
Rith, is there anything you're doing in this town?
I could sell the fish.
You could do that.
Might as well.
Okay. Yep. As you bring it to basically the fishing shop, and reveal it to the angler that's running the shop, he's, as you could assume, he's like in awe, and he's like, "What? Where did you get this from? What is this?"
Pardon me, I caught a cold from the northern travels down south. I seem to have fished up a Elrond salmon that has been blessed by the druid god themselves. I hold before you a gold Elrond salmon.
Yeah. Do you mind if I take a look at it? And he'll hold his hands out.
Sure.
And he'll gently kind of like examine it, and he'll kind of like lick it. Kind of like the silver and gold guy, Cornelius Jan von whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, that tastes like gold. What if I offer you 180?
Sorry, I can't quite let it go for that.
What's your price?
I'm thinking more around 300. Since how I was recently at an auction where a non-gold one sold for over 800 gold.
Give me a persuasion check.
16 minus 1, 15.
Well, unfortunately, I don't carry that quite that much in the store. How about 220?
Want to make it an even 250 and we'll call it?
If you got the gold on you, I'm good for it. Or if
I got the gold.
Wait, yeah, hold up. He's
I
got
have
the
the
gold.
fish, good sir.
Yeah, sorry, I got that backwards. Yeah, he'll be like, I think I can do 250.
All right.
So go ahead and take out the golden aileron salmon and add 250 gold.
Okay.
And what about you, Harbinger? Are you, oh, you already did your potions. Is there anything else you needed?
I should be good.
Okay. Mazakin, you still looking at shopping lists?
I wasn't gonna buy anything.
No? Is there anything else you want to be doing?
I want to give the fishing rod to Petunia.
Okay.
Rip is a bitch.
I will add a fishing rod to her inventory.
And let me know how she reacts, please.
Yeah, she'll take it, and she'll be like, she's kind of confused at first, like, what am I going to do with this?
Well, you and I are going to have time to go and get the fish, and we feast.
Ah. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to pick up a new hobby.
Thank you, my friend. I look forward to sharing this with you.
Okay, and she will stow that in her bag.
Somebody appreciates me.
And at this point, Shiv, you've loaded up pretty much all the wood you can on this on both of your regular cart and the little cart he's letting you borrow. So if I'm gonna go based on like 15, I'm gonna say you get about 1/15 of it.
Okay.
And he gives you a list of some of like whatever is associated like with these deliveries of the addresses and the people's names.
Oh, I'm taking them. I thought it was just taking it to a spot, but this. I'm making like deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang! That's what I do for work. Now I'm doing it in D&D too.
It's immersive.
Like, I'm a delivery boy. I'm a delivery boy.
Yeah.
You're not a messenger boy. You're a delivery boy.
The
Girl.
lumber I deliver at work though is plastic.
Ah.
plastic lumber.
So
All
as
recycled.
you step out onto the street, or rather your horse or your mules do, and your horse, you realize you have no idea of where any of these addresses are.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be an issue. I will.
And as you're kind of standing out there, and in the little bit of snow that's coming down, the woodworker will come out and he'll say, "Well, what are you waiting for?"
Nothing. I got this. I'm gonna start heading off.
Okay.
And
On this road, you can go east or west.
I am.
And you
I'm
came.
doing an investigation.
Okay. What do you want to investigate?
I'm looking for, like a kid, probably like between like 10 and like 15.
You pedophile.
That is probably very knowledgeable of the city, and is willing to work for pretty cheap.
There's probably gonna be more perception to look around.
Okay. That works. That would be plus 4, 13.
13. You look around and you do spot pretty much like you said, like a teenage boy, and he's got like the I don't know, like the 1920s like working boy sort of like he's got like the beret on and like the paper boy kind of outfit, but he's covered in dust and soot and has a large chimney sweep.
I'm gonna be like, hey you. Come here.
And he'll kind of look at you and come across the street and be like, "What can I help you with, lady?"
Well, you see all this wood here?
Aye.
I need your help to help me deliver these to these addresses, because I don't know where they are, but I have all the stuff to move the wood.
Can't you see I'm already working?
I will pay you a lot more than you're making now.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm making a gold a week.
Okay. Well, you'll be making a lot more than that with me.
Show me what you're telling me here.
I'm just gonna take my one
Roll
platinum,
me one
look it in the air, and grab it.
Talking a platinum piece, eh? Make it 2 and you got me.
This is for a week,
Aye.
where you could walk around with me and point at addresses, or you can go back in your little chimney.
You fail to see there,
Making
miss, that
10 times less.
once this job is done, I still need a job afterward, and if I up and quit, I'm not getting this job back.
See, that is where you were probably also wrong. I can't guarantee that part. But
I'm gonna go get
I
your phone.
don't think this wood delivers itself, which means after I leave, someone's gonna have to deliver this wood. Now, I happen to know where there is a horse,
Of course.
and I'm sure he would be more than willing to sell you said cart. For less than this platinum.
Are you talking about your horse?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be willing to sell the horse to the boy?
Give the horse to the boy. Keep this way. The horse would be out of danger because he's already been through a lot, and he would get to be able to be useful and feel useful.
He says, a platinum, you say?
Platinum, if you do good.
Well, I do know these streets like the back of my hand. He'll look at his chimney sweep and just kind of throw it into a snowbank and hop up on the cart with you.
All right, let's go.
All right, and off they go, making their rounds. All right, what's everyone else
Making
doing?
my way, Santa.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
I'm almost done with this list.
Okay.
Look at me bringing poor kids. Well, actually, that's actually not bad money, but
No, a platinum for a week's work. I mean,
it's
That's a-
shitty work though.
yeah, but it's a shit ton of money.
No,
That's
no,
like more than
I
everybody
meant-
there will make in their lifetime.
Oh
I
yeah.
meant the chimney sweep.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh
Could have
yeah.
offered him a job at the farm too.
That's what I was thinking was gonna happen.
Nah. You know,
You still can. It's not too
I
late.
still can.
Never too
I
late.
mean, that way he would ensure his full-time employment.
Speaking of which,
Well, yeah.
let me see. Let me roll a d6. Oh, gotta re-roll because there's not 6 players. 1, 2, 3. Harbinger, you get a
Yo.
message from the farm.
Hey.
In it is a bill. Let's see if you're getting paid or y'all owe money. Odds are you'll be getting paid something. In it is 15 gold, 9 silver, and 2 copper.
We need to buy the bank.
Isn't that like 50,000 gold?
No, it's like 3, but
5,000. The casino was
Yeah.
50,000.
The casino is 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
The heck?
But when you buy that casino, it lets me make that D100 roll with advantage.
Ah, so I like what you did there.
What?
You buy a casino and then you get a little bit of gambling in there.
Yeah. Yep. You caught on.
Oh.
I guess I'll just divvy out that money and be like, do we want to do anything about the farm, y'all?
I have.
I am
Like,
curious if
it's
that little
covered.
boy that I sent there went.
Oh yeah. What little boy was that? Remind me again.
I don't remember his name, but I might have it written down. The one that I originally gave ale to, he was scared. His
Oh
mom-
yeah. That's right.
I forget where that was.
It was in Lahai.
Okay.
I don't know if I gave him a name.
I asked him his name.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I'd have to go and listen to the recording. Oh, I didn't record those sessions. Damn. Because it
You
fucked
recorded
up.
this one?
Yeah.
What up, people listening to this in the future?
Farts, farts, farts.
I
No, I'm
posted
gonna
the,
get banned.
the shopping list, Mitch.
Okay, let's see here.
Well,
Yeah, I
Posting
don't
is not
have
going to
his
help
name.
the
I don't
recording.
think he has his name.
Okay.
So did you?
Unless he's recording his screen too.
I'm not recording the screen. No, it's just audio. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, they would have all that stuff.
In that case, I'm just gonna pretty much spend a topaz to get all of it.
Okay.
Get some change back that way, because the topaz was worth 500.
Yeah, and you could easily find like a gem shop or like a jeweler or something that would be able to appraise that and give you whatever it's worth.
Actually, I'll probably just spend a whole 500 and also just pick up some other stuff. I'm probably gonna... I don't know, how long are we planning on staying here, guys?
Yes.
Are we staying here more than like a night, more than like 2 nights?
Oh.
A fortnight.
Probably. I
Right.
started a job.
Okay, well in that case, I will pick up some things because I'm going to dismantle and rebuild Roshan and the Eclipse.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of gave it. I kind of gave nobody else an option, really. Like,
Yeah.
trudging through.
Yeah, you just took the cart down into the city.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, just so everybody else is aware, I'm buying Bowden for the mules, so they have a bit of ammo. So they've got leather ammo now.
Oh shit! I don't know how to do that.
So as you guys do whatever you're doing for the day, eventually, obviously, it gets to closer to nighttime, and y'all meet up at the tavern. Well, actually, the inn called the Hero's Roost. And it is a big cliffside inn on the southern side of town, overreaching a huge, basically a big lake. And on the other side of the lake, you see another cliff, basically like a giant ravine. And this is like probably over 500 foot tall cliff, and you guys have rooms overlooking it. You see a forest far on the other side of the cliff, and beyond that, you see the whatever the heck I called it. Hold on. Where's my map? There it is. The Regent's Field. Just a large, as far as the eye can see, field off into the distance, just covered with snow. And you guys will be able to get a room there, if y'all want to pay like 5 silver for a room.
Okay.
It's a pretty good inn. It's called the Hero's Roost. There's flags flying. There's a balcony that like kind of overhangs this large cliff, and food is provided, things like that.
At 5 silver
Yeah.
a night.
You could probably have it for a week for 5 silver. There's a deal going on.
I'm gonna just take that out, even though I'm not quite there right now.
You would show up eventually, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it out now. Just to...
And then, if there's anything else you guys want to do, say now, or we will end the session, because it's getting close to 9.
It's just rebuilding Wilshon and the Eclipse. That's who's coming back. It's gonna be Silverwing. We're getting him back, because I got tired of Wilshon.
Alright, anyone got anything else for me before we end the session?
I'll just be talking to this kid and trying to figure out, you know,
Nope.
like if he'd be worth just giving a horse to.
Okay,
I'll say it seems like we won't be able to get a session in next week.
yeah, you did mention that on the chat. Joe, for Shiv, give me an insight check on this kid.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
I'd never use insight. Ooh, it's +4. 21.
He's scrappy, but you think he's trustworthy.
That, and I feel like Shiv kind of connects with that, because, you know, that's kind of how she was.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, little street urchin, essentially. Anyone got anything else?
I'm gonna ask him where his pet mouse is.
Alright, we will end here. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Yet Another D&D Show. We can be found on Twitter, where you can hear about updates on the show at YaDND. That is, at YA_DND. Thanks again, and see you next week.